Hey, what's up with it, fellas? What's up with it? Oh yeah, time to smoke this one straight off the branch. Time to smoke this one straight off the branch. Got me a little leaf ready to go. Got a leaf ready to go. I feel like I just had trimmers in my hand. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Got some trimmers. Give me a little vibe real quick. Go ahead and get this out the way. Damn, I need a job. I use this one. Fill this one up, grab something else. Dang. Need me a what my slap? Sauce, what's up with it, boy? What's up with your boy? Goddamn big sauce chief toilet paper. What's up with you, bro? We about to get to work and watch some goddamn cool shit in a sec. Get in the mode real quick.
I'm cool, man. Turn me up, man. Ronda Hill, Miss Chicago in here. Tell them cool, man. Turn me up, man. Ronda Hill, Miss Chicago in here. I be me. Sauce. Melody. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, my girlfriend an asshole. She throw that shit like Flacco. All still behind the curtains. I'm in for the taco. I got money on my mind, so really I can't sleep. Good thing, they open 24. I went out to eat. Your girl don't meet my standards. I'ma pass, I'm CP3. Yeah, seen this girl on the Discovery Channel last week. By myself, cause she get deep. Might just woof up on the sheet. Ain't no talk, these niggas talk too much and I'm up when they sleep. Yeah, fuck all that flexing, these boys full of extras and acting like hoes as soon as you question them. Feminine traits, these boys be so jealous. I fly on these niggas, white out my propellers. Yeah, no, they still top rank. New pack in this thing. I'm take straight to the bank. Tobey fits me a drink. Fuck nigga know shit MOB. High as fuck at the TOP. Tobey need a little TLC. When I realize when I'm still on the creek. Lately I feel like the MVP. Bounce back from an L on a winning streak. Shit get quiet when it's time to compete. They got started, I ain't hit my peak. My girlfriend an asshole. She throw that shit like Flacco. All still behind the curtains. I'm in for the taco. I got money on my mind, so really I can't sleep. Good thing, babe, open 24. I went out to eat. Your girl don't meet my standards. I'ma pass, I'm CP3. Yeah, seen this girl on the Discovery Channel last week. By myself, cause she get deep. Might just woof up on the sheet. Ain't no talk, these niggas talk too much and I'm up when they sleep. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hey, hey, let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Tell them cool, man. Turn me up, man. Ronda Hill, Miss Chicago in here. I be me. Sauce. Melody. Whoa, I hop on the beat, it's BTA, I don't play. Whoop them motherfucking and some shade, Johnny Cage. Still screaming young Davey, I forgot my age. The young nigga call me the hoe call me babe. Allen cooking on slop, yeah. Too many hands in the pot, yeah. He been run me a lot, I don't want her, she chop. Whoa, no days off, I'm kept on sick. Love my bitch, don't care if I'm rich. Boy, the drip got her sick. I get fresh, they having a fit. I got on ops, dealing soft, I'm smoking them all. Heard he going outside for cash, I'm at the mall. I get dressed to show my youngest how to ball. If you do your dirt all by yourself, you never fall. My left can touch a middle, right won't know a thing at all. We going big, my nigga, I wanted this shit when I was small. Came up out the G-code, I was a baby in the squad. I went from white to baby, I be stunting on them hard. Who you know, hit the flow, steal the show and get her wet. I said my name one time, she ain't stop saying it yet. Brand new, Harvard drop, smelling good in it bitch. Who you know stay on the road like a wood in it bitch. Kicking this shit like Jackie, kicking this shit like Jet Li, kicking this shit like Chun Li, kicking this shit like Bruce Lee, kicking this shit like Jackie, kicking this shit like Jet Li, kicking this shit like Chun Li, kicking this shit like Bruce Lee. Whoa, I hop on the beat, it's BTA, I don't play. Whoop them motherfucking and some shade, Johnny Cage. Still screaming young Davey, I forgot my age. The young nigga call me the hoe call me babe. Allen cooking on slop, yeah. Too many hands in the pot, yeah. He been run me a lot, I don't want her, she chop. Whoa, no days off, I'm kept on sick. Love my bitch, don't care if I'm rich. Boy, the drip got her sick. I get fresh, they having a fit.
Man, that motherfucking beat is amazing. I did good on that one. It's it's a video I wanted to check out. I saw a reel of Speed in that motherfucking alien that keep going viral. And I wonder if they got a video on YouTube out. But we getting this shit smells so dank, bro. I'm just call this shit peach dank. This shit need a name. I'm called the peach dank. Hell yeah. There's no other way to describe this shit right here, but yeah, Speed and the alien. Speed space. Yeah, Speed and Space Alien, man.
Who's at my doorbell? Hell no. Bro, is that an alien? Hey, bro, who the f is you? Hey.
I don't think I did not do
What the f?
Hey, man.
What's up?
What's going, man?
What the f?
What's up, brother? Man, hey, look. I got stranded last night. I got down, you know. I was messing with some space. I got drunk.
Yeah.
So, look. Give me a ride, man. I'm hungry, man.
Are you hungry?
Hell yeah. Let's
Sit
go
down.
eat, man.
Sit down. Sit down.
Look, yo, I got there.
Oh, hey, man.
What?
Hey, man.
No, I'm just putting it up. Put it up.
Okay, put it up. Put that.
You know what I mean? Go
Yeah,
off
put it up. Put it up. Put it up. Put it up.
Damn, sweet.
Put it up.
What wrong with your throat?
Man, my throat f***ed up right now.
Well, that's my earth.
Yeah,
That shit crazy.
Yeah, nah, bro. It ain't contagious. My throat just f***ed up.
Well, I don't know, twin. God damn.
Hey, man. Why? Oh, why is you an alien, though?
Huh?
Why is you an alien?
What you mean, man? I got that kind of urgent trying to go get some herb.
You kind of freaking me the f*** out.
What wrong with you, man?
Cuz.
Come on down, man. Come on, sit back down, man.
Nah, bro, cause
This might throat hurt, but natural. This man,
I just don't know what's going on, bro.
you gotta eat natural, twin. You can't be eating bullshit, twin. You an athlete, ain't it? You be running and doing all that shit.
Yeah.
I been studying you. I been looking at. I been watching for the nebula.
Oh, for real?
Oh, this shit from Nebula.
Man,
Damn.
man, it was cool, twin.
Yeah, you like the bus?
Hell yeah, man. But I don't see the earth. Why all these niggas on the bus? Why you ain't got no earth?
What, earth?
Yeah, earth.
You want some girls?
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, but I been trying to get some of that. You know what I mean? For a minute, boy. I done came out here 2-3 times. I ain't had nothing. Boy, I talking about wild night last night, boy. I'm talking about, boy, we turned up, boy. Woo.
Man, welcome to Earth. What
Yeah.
the? Yo, hell no, don't.
What? I'm getting comfortable. I thought you said got down there home.
Hey love bugs, welcome or welcome back. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley B. Deck, and today I've teamed up with Eunice to share.
Bruh, come on, man. We kicking it, man. We kicking it, man. Come on, man. Where you going first? I'm hungry as hell, but y'all at home.
Nah, bro, we already ate. Over
Look
here?
like me.
She look like you?
Yeah, a little bit, goddamn.
What's good?
Sheesh.
What's good?
What's up, my boy?
What's up, my boy?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, my boy.
What the fuck?
Found you, boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
Well, you a rep.
Oh.
Don't nobody do that.
Oh.
What up, bro?
Hold on.
Stop playing, bro.
Oh,
Stop playing, bro.
hey, man.
Boy, bones, bro.
I never met nobody like you.
Well, I know you for something.
I never met a competitor. I never met a competitor. He's here. I never met a competitor. He's here. I never met a competitor. He's here. Let's go.
You can do your eye like that?
Come on, channel that speed. Push speed.
Come
on, speed.
Your go pop.
You can do it.
You gonna pop.
Go for more. You got to channel the inner IT, man.
Twin, you gonna fall out, Twin.
I can't, bro. Teach me the ways. Come on, you my master. You my master. Do it, master.
Channel the IT, twin.
Do it, master. Do
Fall
it.
out, Twin. You keep
Do
doing
it, master.
Ah,
Oh my God.
that shit like his brain.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? Welcome to Earth.
He's a real alien.
He the real one, child.
Well, what planet you from? That ain't no Earth.
He the master.
That ain't no Earth.
He the master.
That ain't no Earth.
Chad, this the master right here.
Hey, tell me what galaxy you from.
Damn.
You know he's from far away.
Yeah. You
From
right.
far
Twin,
What the hell is going on?
You gotta tell for real, Twin. You know, I run
Far away.
Come on, Twin. You got
Damn, man.
I had to come in. Hit him with the door.
scary shit, Twin.
Hey, Chad, I wish I could do that. Damn, I wish I could do that.
That boy been screaming like meaning. Woo! I am.
That's a freak ass shit. I done seen a lot of
Is that good?
I done seen a lot of shit. I ain't seen no shit like that.
Busting.
We got them done. I know. Y'all some freaky motherfuckers out here.
I came out the womb like this. When my mama gave birth, I jumped on the table. Eyes out.
Hey, man.
Bit the umbilical cord.
Hey, man, I want to eat them.
I'm like that.
I think I'm full. Y'all full. I think I'm full. I done had enough food. I'm straight.
Like that.
Team ET. You know ET? You with him?
Man, that nigga broke. Man, I'm just keeping real. I'm just keeping real. Okay, so this thing. E.T. or OG? He from my hood. You know what I mean? He from my hood. This thing. The got his little buddy from a little movie and shit. Moved away, didn't hit nobody. Yeah, what? I ain't mad at him, but I'm just saying, tell the truth. You weird. You were broke. You ain't even had no phone to call home. You had to get some kids. Y'all didn't even know that, man. That was an eon old, man.
For real?
Man, home was grown. He hanging with some kids, bruh. That's like if I come to Earth, I don't come to hang kicking with y'all. I go kicking with some little ass kids. Living in their house, rent free. Got them folks in trouble. Come on, man, you wrong as hell. I don't know, I don't rock with you.
What? ET really like that. What?
Hell no.
You gotta get that outside,
He
bro.
said E.T. wrong as hell.
Damn. Damn, it's hot up here.
Oh,
You want to see a left?
No, this is not gonna lie, we are high. Should we call the emergency, yo?
stop playing, bruh.
Nah,
Stop
Dad.
playing, bruh.
I'm about to call emergency.
No.
Why? Why, bro? We good.
Hey, listen, man. The Earth ain't steady, man.
Speedy, come on, bruh. Come on,
Bro,
bruh.
we good, bro. We good.
Come on, I'm gonna sue your ass.
We good. We not gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna sue you.
This is
I'm gonna sue
30.
you. I ain't even signed on the NDA.
I done it.
This
Say now, let me stop, Chad. Let me stop. Why is it stopping? I ain't gonna lie, I think we all gotta jump. I think
Jump from here? Hell no!
No.
Hey, man.
Bro, we fall, we dead.
Yeah, like, what's up, man?
That's because both of y'all.
Am I doing it?
I'm just coming up in the atmosphere the right way. Not no like this, but.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
I'm doing it.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
No, I'm not. You lying. You lying. He's lying. I'm not doing it.
Oh, shit, twin!
Swing.
Oh, where I go? Oh,
We're going down.
Oh yeah.
We all the way
Oh
down.
yeah.
I with you, bro.
Let's go.
All the way down.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh, I want to boo-boo myself. Oh,
Oh, that Mr. Squeaky, man.
Oh, you about to
Hey, man, that's some earth. Don't let it loose the earth. Hold it in, man.
well, now you don't trust him. And he got his mother all the way out here, eyes popping out my skull, could have view, and he talking about, you don't know why we up here.
This shit like it hurt. Oh my god, like it hurt.
Yo, Chad. Bro, what the?
That
See,
shit
they
like
always
it
got
hurt.
funny, man. This shit not funny, man. What around goddamn fall through a whole nother galaxy.
This shit crazy, that's what I'm saying, boy.
We got the man. Oh, God. That's scared.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. We got up at 7 a.m. Ain't nobody brushed their teeth. Rebecca breath smelling like the back of a goddamn truck. Rudy ain't brushed his teeth.
Nah, you did, bro.
Damn, boy.
He brushed his teeth.
Now y'all earthly do?
We was up at 6.
We got the 24 hour camera. We can see. I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I brushed my teeth.
Y'all take the same ass and put it in y'all earth draw. No water, no that shit. Same earth draw.
Hey, no, we ain't doing that.
Okay, about
Chat, who feet be smelling like ass on the bus?
So who's left?
Take a guess. Who feet?
Right, exactly like that. I already know that little skinny motherfucker you had on the street. That was him, right?
Who?
That little skinny dude. Yeah, cause everybody laugh. I done figured it out, chat. Yeah.
Who you talking about?
W's in the chat. The little skinny man.
About Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca.
That's
Nah.
his name. His name is Rebecca?
Yes.
Oh, man, her confusing, man. I'm over here thinking y'all.
No, he's Brazilian. He's Brazilian.
No, he's not, bro.
A little bit, yes, he.
Reptilian,
His name is Beckham from Brazil.
He's not, no, I'm telling y'all for real.
Lula de Padilla. That's
He's
my guy.
pretending to be a Brazilian. He's a reptilian from the Andromeda quadrant, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey.
Come on, sit down, bro. Sit down. Sit down.
Everything, man.
Sit down. So look. Obviously, how you feeling, my man? You know.
I mean, at first I really wasn't feeling him because he had me like going all around. Like it's a date. I didn't get no like spaceship to come pick me up or anything.
If I had sent the black spaceship.
No, but it's fine though because people make mistakes and stuff. So we're here, and you look better in person.
I do.
And your skin is real good.
Thank you, baby. I drank a lot of spade water.
Nah, I like that. And the eyes is real big, but you better only have eyes for them.
That's it, baby. Come on, man. I don't see no other earth.
Okay.
So you feeling my man's?
So far, but I don't know.
What you mean?
So far, what have you done?
Baby, I'm trying to. Look, baby. Look, Trevor, I got you, baby. We good. Look. All the earth stuff, you gotta leave it behind, baby.
I know this ghetto. This ghetto.
Yeah, I'm telling
I
you.
like this.
Thank you, baby.
Like, I ain't never seen no man.
Okay, so you really like an alien?
No,
Bro, hold on.
It's not.
Wait, my fault. Wait.
Speed, what you doing, twin?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to, bro. You my man.
Okay, right.
And I know you a different species.
Okay.
So I'm asking her, do you really like an alien?
I need to get to know about an alien. These earth is ghetto. They don't treat a girl right. They don't do. They always cheating,
Right.
and they always run their homeboys. They don't do the right thing. So I'm just hoping that an alien will be the right one.
See, it's not the money, bro. It's me. She don't want me for my money. She want me for me, bro.
I don't know who you are yet, though.
You gonna get to know, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to.
I don't know, chat. I don't trust this.
What you don't trust?
Let me know, bro. I trust your judgment, bro. Like,
Nah, see, look,
twin.
I'm a gut. Like, I can read people's intuition very, very well.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Speak to
saying?
me, twin.
Okay.
What's up?
Now look, you look different than us.
Okay, a little different, just a little bit, right? Just a little
I mean,
tad.
eyes, nose, mouth. I don't
You
know
know,
about the ears, but
You look different.
look.
You know, you come out as different. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. What wrong with different?
I'm not nothing. But when it comes to females, you have to look farther than that.
What you see?
Well,
Open them eyes.
She got
What do you see?
What far as I got look? I look far. I see that thing way back there when she walked around the parking lot. So
Okay.
how far I gotta see?
Okay, hey. Okay.
I thought she liked me for real.
Oh, bro. Hey.
I never
What?
said, hold on.
Look.
I said I'm trying to get to know you.
So you don't
So
like.
far, you showed me that you had me on a wild goose chase. You didn't have stuff in order. You asked me on a date. But I want to see how different you are from the earth man. That's what I feel.
Okay, baby.
And you smell good.
All right, wait. Tell me. Let me ask you this. Who look better, me or him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, you also, hey,
What?
Twin, what you on, Twin?
I'm not on nothing.
You trying to like, bro, you trying to take my little whoop well?
On my life, I'm not.
crazy.
On my life,
brother,
I'm.
you trying to raise up a pee, bro?
On my life, I'm not. All I am is looking farther ahead. All I am trying to do is just look out for your own sake.
Wait, what?
Growing.
It's growing.
All over the place. They
But
all
Speed,
say,
no, hold on, Speed, man. You supposed to be my man, man. Like,
What,
like,
bro?
Man, you, like,
Bro, cause look, you gotta understand, bro. I'm alone, bro. That I helped you, now you gotta help me. All that, bro. All that.
whoa, hey, what you doing? What you doing with that? Hold on, wait, hey, wait, you can't do that. Hold on, what? Hold on.
I helped
So
you.
you gonna zap me down?
I help you, now you gotta help me, bro.
Okay, bro, goddamn. Let me ask you, she got some friends or something, hey? You
All
want
right,
what?
all right.
Goddamn.
All right.
Damn, man. Hey, I told you, you
All right.
too much time on this goddamn bus, bro. You need to get off.
All right, bro.
I like that.
But you got some friends?
Yeah, nigga, bro, there you go zap me down.
I'm alone, bro. That I helped you, now you gotta help me. All that, bro. All that.
Whoa! Hey, what you doing? What you doing with that? Hold on, wait, hey, wait, you can't do that. Hold on, what? Hold on.
I helped
So
you,
you gonna zap me down?
I help you, now you gotta help me, bro.
Okay, bro, goddamn. Let me ask you, she got some friends or something, hey? You
All
want
right,
what? Goddamn.
All right. Let me
Damn,
calm
man,
down.
you.
All right, bro.
Hey, I told you, you spend too much time on this goddamn bus, bro. You need to get off.
All right, bro.
Earth, hey,
I like that.
But you got some friends?
I have friends.
Cool. I need
What's
to
your type?
I just need to see pictures. That's it. I know
Okay,
me
how do you feel about her?
She a Jamaican twin, see what I'm saying?
See, look. She ain't right. She a Jamaican.
Right.
Oh, yeah, twin.
Is she Jamaican? No. Who took her to Jamaica?
Yeah. Who took the
Her.
picture, twin? Who took the picture? Hey, you got what? Who took the picture?
I'm not trusting that. No.
No, not this one. Okay, that's fine. You
I think the weed got this shit way funnier than it possible. I gotta see that one more time.
What you doing with that? Hold on, wait, hey, wait, you can't do that. Hold on, what? Hold on.
I helped
So
you.
you gonna zap me down?
I help you, now you gotta help me, bro.
Okay, bro, goddamn. Let me ask you, she got some friends or something, hey? You
All
want
right,
what? Goddamn.
All right. Let me
Damn,
calm
man,
down.
you.
All right,
Hey, I
bro.
told you, you
All
spend
right,
too much time on this goddamn bus, bro. You need to get off.
All right, bro.
Earth,
I like that.
But you got some friends?
I have friends.
Cool. I need
What's
to
your type?
I just need to see pictures. That's it. I know
Okay,
me
how do you feel about her?
That's all that he said. Damn, bro, you gonna zap me down? Oh shit! It gotta be the bro. It gotta be the weed, bro. This shit got me tripping, boy. God damn! I ain't never seen niggas zap down before. Oh, God. All right, one more time, I'm done. I promise. One more time, I'm done. I'm done. Oh shit! Promise, I'm done. Out of this. Damn, bro, you gonna zap me down?
Now you gotta help me. All that, bro. All that, bro.
Whoa! Hey, what you doing?
All that,
What you doing with that? Hold on, wait, hey, wait, why
Hey,
you can't
man.
do that?
Nah,
Hold on,
bro.
what? Hold on.
I helped
So
you
you
now.
gonna zap me down?
I help you now. You gotta help me, bro.
Okay, bro, like goddamn. Let me ask you, she got some friends or something. Hey, you
All
goddamn.
right. Let me
Hey,
calm
man,
down.
you.
All right,
Hey, I
bro.
told you, you spend too much time on this goddamn bus, bro. You need to get out.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Oh, shit.
But you got some friends?
I need that shit for something. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna use it for. I need that shit for something. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna use it for. I need that though. I'm gonna clip this shit up, nigga, for something. This gonna come in handy one day. This gonna come in handy for something, bro. Watch, nigga. I'm gonna pull this shit back up one day in the chat. Boy, you like, bitch, you gonna be like, God, boy, Mob, you stupid, bitch, you stupid. Tell this shit gonna come in handy for something.
Whoa! Hey, what you doing? What you doing with that? Hold on, wait. Hey, why you can't do that? Hold on, what? Hold on.
I helped
So
you
you
now.
gonna zap me down?
I help you now. You gotta help me, bro.
Okay, bro, like goddamn. Let me ask you, she got some friends or something. Hey, you
All
want
right,
what?
all right.
Goddamn.
All right. Let me
Hey,
calm
man,
down.
you.
All right.
I'm telling you, that clip gonna come. That shit gonna come in handy for something, bro. I have no idea what the fuck for, but I'm gonna use that shit for something.
Hey, I told you, you spend too much time on this goddamn bus, bro. You need to get out.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
Hey, but you got some friends?
I have friends.
Cool. I need
What's
to
your type?
I just need to see pictures. That's it. I know
Okay,
me
how do you
type.
feel about her?
She in Jamaican, twin. See what I'm saying?
See, look. She in Jamaica.
Right.
Oh, yeah, twin.
Is she Jamaican? No. Who took her to Jamaica?
Yeah. Who took the
Her.
picture, twin? Who took the picture? Hey, he got a point. Who took the picture?
I'm not trusting that. No.
No, not this one. Okay, that's fine. You don't see no dude on no page. It don't work
We
like
we
that.
never gonna see
That's not
that.
true, because you with me, you gonna be on my page.
So like her. He gonna like her.
I know her
You know her.
on my.
Already? Oh, God.
You don't know her.
Oh,
You don't know her.
You know her twin.
yo, Chad, I swear.
She's been on the screen.
Chad, I
I ain't
swear.
talking about.
I swear,
No,
wait,
she
Chad.
real low key.
Wait, no.
She ain't too low key.
No,
No,
she's
no,
really
no,
low
no,
key.
She ain't low key.
No.
She ain't low key, baby.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Tell me something.
No. You good?
For good reasons.
Not for good reasons.
Oh,
You know what, Chad? I'm not asking her no more, bro.
I don't even want to.
Chad, I can't. I'm taking, bro. F that, man.
Wait, you've been taking this whole time?
I'm taking.
You know, you can't ask me for my friends for a guy who already taken this. This is people you hang out with.
No, baby,
You know,
no.
See, look, I was testing her. I was testing her to see.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See,
I was testing her to
who
see
she
if she
hang
would.
with.
Exactly.
My man,
That's all I was doing. You feel what I'm saying?
It kind of makes sense, baby.
I'm getting it.
All I was doing was just making sure who she hang around with.
I did.
Cause who girls group they friends around with, that's how they act. So if they're good, so if she hangs around with cheaters, she a cheater. You feel what I'm saying?
So what I just said to you is that birds of a feather flock together, and you just said he was taken, and he just asked for a girlfriend.
But no, get what?
And I don't like
wait,
that.
hold on.
And you went for it, and you probably, that's your homeboy, so you knew he had a girl this whole time.
Nah, listen, baby, get what? Now, see, if anything, that shows he's a committed man, so get what? By nature, I'm a committed man, because that's who we hang around. I hang around him, he a committed man. That only gonna make me a committed man.
No,
Let's
it's
get
not
it go.
committed. He's looking for girls.
There we go.
No,
No plan. Because I know for a fact he don't know my friend.
He do know her.
No,
You don't know that he know her.
she is so like low key.
That's what she tell you. Girls
No, I
tell y'all
know.
they don't
She's
tell
so
y'all
low
the truth.
key.
Friends don't tell y'all the truth.
Now that first one, he would have been better off saying that about the first one.
But that was
Because
it.
she's
It
single
low key
and she
was
had
y'all
fun.
thing.
But my friend, she about her business, so no.
Baby, listen, you don't know.
Okay, so what you see right now?
What I see?
Because with them eyes, you gotta see something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can see through all this. I mean, not like that. Like, I can, but
That's
I ain't looking at
crazy.
it. You know,
Hey, bro, how the f? Chad, y'all gotta understand, bro. This he's not even a human species, bro.
Okay.
The best eye pop out that's ever. About to do it. Do it. Make me get a boner.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Fuck that. Let's get on that gas, man. Educate ourselves, you guys. Learn some shit. People keep saying that I'm doing it wrong, but I think it's alright. Really do try, really do try, really do try. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Hey, 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 hey. Keep saying I'm doing it wrong, but I say it's alright. Really do try, really do try, really do try. Let's get
There's
it.
a ton of outdated cannabis growing advice floating around online, and today we're busting 3 of the biggest myths that could be holding you back from better harvests.
Oh, shit.
Come on, but before we do, today's video is brought to you by Real Growers Grow Dots, the easiest way to feed your high-value plants. You mix Grow Dots in once at the beginning of your grow, and they feed your plants all the way to harvest. You don't have to worry about nutrient burn or nutrient lockout. Grow Dots does all the hard work for you. Check them out over at realgrowers.com. And while you're there, use coupon code Scotty420 to get 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show. Come on, High C, let's get into this, man. Let's dispel some myths here.
Okay, let's talk about the most painful one for me when I first started growing was looking at an entire shelf full of different specialty nutrients.
Sure.
Thinking I had to buy 19 bottles in order to grow cannabis. You dispelled this myth for me very early.
It's pretty easy. The first thing you learn about plants is they have essential nutrients. I believe it's 17 essential nutrients. N, P, and K, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are your macros. They're used in the most amount. What is it? Calcium, magnesium, sulfur. Those are your secondaries. They're used a lot. They're used in a decent amount. And then you've got the manganese and all those micronutrients that are just used in tiny amounts. Boron is another one. But those are the 17 essential nutrients that grow plants, all plants. So cannabis isn't some crazy plant that has all sorts of crazy special requirements. It needs those 17 nutrients. So there's nothing crazy about it. If you can grow tomatoes, you can grow good cannabis. It doesn't have to be a fortune.
So I can just go grab some Miracle Grow.
It'll certainly grow your plants. The only problem is when you go to flower, it has the wrong concentration. It has too much nitrogen in there. You don't want to blast your plants with a bunch of nitrogen. Same way in any other fruiting plant.
Okay, so it's not as easy as growing with Miracle Grow, but it's not as difficult as a lot of the nutrient companies. Maybe not so much now, but definitely back in the day. They made it look very complicated.
It was $400 an ounce.
Okay.
That's plenty of money to go and throw at something. You know, if your harvest is worth 30 grand, you might not worry about spending an extra $1,000 on the best nutrients with the best labels. Hey, there is one more important thing to talk about, and that is 95% of that plant material is carbohydrates. It's carbon from the air and hydrogen and oxygen from the water. It uses, that's the building blocks right there. It uses the nutrients as assembly. You know, I really like the cake analogy.
Yo, 400 an ounce, dog. If prices ever go back there, oh man, Lord. I mean, shit. For everybody who's not growing, I hope it don't, cause that's fucking expensive. That's crazy expensive. But the profit margin. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. I just bought a whole nother house in my head if ounces were going for 400 still. I don't worth a damn either. Truth be told, cause it was harder to harder to motherfucker get your hands on it for one. And yeah, them motherfucker prices stupid. $50, $60 eighths and shit like that. Like, man, you gotta have the best weed on earth to get a motherfucker to pay $40 for an eighth nowadays. Like, that shit gotta be boutique, never seen it, never heard of it before. It gotta be purple, and they gotta be able to smell that shit in the car before you get out with it. Like, that shit gotta be crazy. But what I will say, shit, for everybody who buying weed, I know shit. I would definitely love to be a weed smoker, and you know what I'm saying. If I wasn't growing, I would definitely love what the prices at nowadays. Motherfuckers down there giving this shit away, truth be told. But I mean, if you're growing, you always in the game. I feel sorry for them dudes who, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to flip packs and shit like that. Like, woo, that got to be pretty rough. I know those guys probably went and had to go get them a job. I probably definitely would have went and got me a motherfucking job if it was still like pack flipping days. But nah, I'd probably just be killing it on YouTube. I probably would be going hard on YouTube, taking YouTube crazy serious. Like, yeah, I'd probably be smoking the shit out of YouTube, but man, boy. The game done changed. He said that $400 ounce shit, but my mind just started going. My mind went to a different million places in 30 seconds. Real fast, boy.
Where the nutrients are just like the yeast and the sugar, just those little things that make the flower rise, you know? But just don't get too obsessed over fancy boutique nutrients. The plant doesn't know an $80 bottle from a $10 bottle. And a lot of these companies have caught on. I'm thinking about Canna. Love Canna. Used it for a decade. Canna A and B, equal parts of it. Grew dank bud. It doesn't have to be complicated. Grow Dot's the same thing. It's a one part. It's basically two different formulas. The nitrogen runs out late enough, or I should say early enough, so that the plant grows hard nug. But it's the same thing. It doesn't have to be all that complicated.
Okay, let's go on to the next myth. I hear people say all the time, you got to pick organic or synthetic. If you use synthetic nutrients, you can't use organic supplements because the synthetics will kill like the microbes if you're using microbes.
You know, organics is a totally different philosophy of you're slowly breaking down the nutrient in the soil and delivering it to the plant. Synthetics is the opposite. You've got all this plant available nutrient ready to go, so the microbes act as a buffer, and the microbes can tolerate a decent amount of salt. I mean, if you salt anything enough, it is going to kill. It's going to suck the moisture out. But the microbes are meant to handle, when we say salts, we're talking ionic nutrients. That's the type of nutrient that the plant can absorb, and it's in the salt form, for lack of a better word.
Okay, so let's talk about microbes specifically,
Sure.
Because the advocacy for microbes definitely comes from organic growing, right?
Sure, because without microbes or in organic growing, you can't take that rock phosphate, that rock. The microbes have to convert it into this ionic plant available form. When we're using synthetics, we're bypassing that whole system. So we need the microbes to do the opposite. Instead of solubilizing nutrients for us, we need the microbes to be a gatekeeper, more or less. They're going to colonize all around the outside of the root zone, and the microbes are either going to absorb that salt nutrient or it's going to stick to it, and then they're going to wait for the signal from the plant to exchange those nutrients for hydrogen, really.
So soil microbes in organic growing also play a role if you're feeding synthetics.
Absolutely. In organics, they're mining nutrients. With synthetics, like I said, they're the gatekeepers, but absolutely. And if you go ahead and try to keep a root zone sterile, go try to keep anything sterile. That's why they open up the scalpels right at surgery, because it's very hard. There's microbes everywhere. So, yeah, the idea with synthetics, of course, is we want to get all the good microbes in there, the ones that are able to hold nutrients, the ones that are able to deliver nutrients, the ones that are able to solubilize them. Yeah, all those go into that.
Okay, so going back to the very first question
Sure.
about this myth and the idea that if you pour synthetic nutrients on top of your soil or your media, and you've got microbes in there, it's going to kill those microbes. That's not true.
It will not, unless you're totally overdoing it. Don't forget, these are salts. If you're pouring a ton of salts on anything living, it is going to suck the moisture out of that, right? So yes, if you're totally overdoing it, that might be where it comes from. If you're just running 1,800, 2,000 parts per million, you're probably burning your plants anyway. But yes, that would hurt the microbes. If you're using a reasonable amount of nutrient, the recommended amount of nutrient, then the microbes are going to hold that nutrient either inside or outside, and then they're going to exchange it with the plants for hydrogen.
And they'll be fine.
They'll be good. They won't even be fine. They'll be better than fine. They'll be good.
Okay, let's talk about this last one. This is going to blow up in the comment section. I already see it. Flushing. You tell me that you don't worry about flushing, but I hear other people say, if you don't flush, your weed's going to taste like garbage.
You know what? There's a good segue from the last point. Remember we were talking about all the salt building up? Flushing really means taking every 2 weeks or so, taking a whole bunch of fresh water and just rinsing out the container, almost like it's a sponge. And you're just rinsing out that soil media. You're getting all maybe some of the stuff was uptaken. There's other stuff that's sitting in the soil, just raising your parts per million. So you're watering the heck out of that, and you're leaching all the old salts and all the imbalanced fertilizer out, and then you can start from scratch again. That is really what flushing is best nursery practices, and nursery folks say that. It got a little bit confused with leaving no fertilizer or eliminating the fertilizer your last week to 10 days of the grow. I could see nitrogen. If you blast plants with nitrogen, these plants, they have to uptake the nutrient. They have a cell membrane in the roots, and it has to bypass that cell membrane. So the only way you can do it is with a whole bunch of nutrient getting. If you load up the plant with a whole bunch of nutrient, or the soil with a whole bunch of nutrient, it can just by sheer force penetrate that cell wall. So we don't want that. So the idea is, sure, at the end you want your nutrient to taper off. Mostly that's because the plant isn't uptaking it anymore. The plant is working on just A, staying alive. It's super old. And B, making these secondary metabolites, which don't require a lot of fertilizer. We're not growing plant material which is made out of carbohydrates. It's just finishing up with these terpenes and cannabinoids. So the plant is not asking for a bunch of food. It is not going to be sending sugars down there. It is not going to be sending, it has to separate hydrogen and water and then exchange the cation exchange. It has to exchange a cation of nutrient with a hydrogen. It takes energy. It's got to split water and all that. It's not going to do that when it's just in its last week of life. It just doesn't have the energy or the motivation to do it.
So even if the nitrogen or other nutrients are still in the media, the plant's just not going to ask for them, take them up,
correct,
eat 'em.
Correct. And I will say, if you're using Miracle Grow and you're just loading it up with nitrogen till the end, you will get some to bypass the cell membrane and get into those roots. So you don't want to load them up with a bunch of nitrogen at the end. But for the most part, these things are done uptaking nutrients, and they're just senescing. They're just finishing up with their secondary metabolites. Hey, one more thing is, flushing only works with synthetics anyway. So if you're growing organic, you can't flush. You've got, particles of rock in there that are your fertilizer. You're not flushing that out.
Okay, but what about, I've heard people say that, especially if you have a bunch of nitrogen, the reason you want to flush it out is you're not going to have that like grassy hay flavor to your cannabis.
That might have been mistaken. Those growers might have mistaken a poor dry, a bad dry and cure and getting that hay taste to it. They might be attributing that to a lot of nitrogen when maybe it really was just a bad dry and cure. So to wrap up, if you're really concerned about flavor, I wouldn't worry so much about the flush as I would worry about getting really strong genetics, keeping a clean grow, and then nailing your dry and cure. And that should have been number one. Hey, but those are just the 3 cannabis grow myths that drive me insane. But what about you? What is one grow myth you wish would just die? Come on, let me know in the comments. If you dug this video, come on, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Share this video with another grower you know. And come on, check out the other couple videos YouTube's recommending. I see those, you'll dig them.
I've seen those.
You want bigger, denser buds that's going to make everybody say, damn. Come on, this video is going to show you how to make it happen. But before we get into it, today's video is brought to you by Real Growers Recharge. If you want stronger, healthier plants, if you want bigger roots for better fruits, you gotta check out Real Growers Recharge. It's like an instant compost tea that holds more nutrients at your root zone, breaks those nutrients down, and makes them more plant available, getting more of your nutrients into your plants. Find out more about Recharge over at realgrowers.com. And while you're there, use coupon code Scotty420 to get 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the show. Come on, High C. Let's grow some nugs, man. Some big nugs.
All right, so before we get into it, you have commonly told me that you don't care so much about how big the buds are.
I care about how much I'm getting per square foot or per light. But yeah, I care about how much I'm getting per area. Not so much because you can get a giant bud, an 18-inch bud like that. But if you're only getting one of them and then there's a bunch of light space hitting the floor, there's a bunch of space around it, you're not getting the maximum amount of yield from that area. So I'd rather get the most amount of really good bud from an area.
Okay, so let's talk about that then. Instead of one big bud, a lot of pretty big buds.
Sure.
Still get a good harvest though.
No matter what, the first thing I'm always going to start with is genetics, because you're never going to be able to outperform your genetic potential.
Oh, like a 5'3" guy trying to slam dunk a basketball.
Yeah, well, you can train the five. You can give him all the nutrition and everything, all the exercise that 5'3" guy needs, but he's still not going to grow to be 6'7" because it's genetics that do that. So it's the same. I mean, that's what, there's thousands of strains out there. Some of them are bred for commercial. They're bred just to grow these giant buds and yield 3 pounds per light. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then there's some that are just meant to be great, connoisseur stuff. The things that super expensive bud is super expensive because it does not super high yield.
Okay, so let's talk about genetics and let's talk about some of the known high-yielding genetics.
Man, there's a lot, okay? Don't make me say big bud. Big bud's like the poster child for it, yes. And it's, of course, when I was, whatever it was, 2000 or whatever, I was like, oh, I want big bud because I was a commercial grower. What I didn't realize, and by the way, it was a supply and demand game back then where if you had weed, people were happy to have it. Now it's a flooded market where you have to have something really good. So me and most of my friends have stopped worrying about quantity. Hey, how much yield did you get out of that light or out of that square, that canopy space? We're more worried about quality. How much great top buds did you get? Do my friends want to smoke it?
Right. Okay, so let's talk about strains that are good quality and still heavy yielders.
I think a wedding cake is one that I've grown that just was huge. I'm just kind of thinking GMO is one that I've grown that's a real good performer, a great performer. Come on. Back in the day, Blue Dream.
Back in the day, people still love growing Blue Dream.
I mean, there's a reason why they named it Blue Dream. It was a dream to grow. It's easy to grow. It yields big. The buds are good. And I mean, of course, everyone's going to get tired of... people are becoming real connoisseurs these days, but those are great strains.
Okay, let's flip it.
Sure.
If I'm growing for, specifically, I want big buds.
Yeah.
What are some strains that I should probably avoid?
Yeah, man, I'm thinking, okay, I bought a purple Urkel one time. I got a purple Urkel strain because it was just the most purple bud I've ever seen. It looked great, but it was not a big yielder, man. I was definitely trading one trait for another one. So purple Urkel was one. Banner grows the sour dub, and it is oh my God, the flavor on it, the nose on it, just awesome. But it grows these little buds, man. Nothing even close to what a Blue Dream would look like, the same canopy.
Right. I think Maestro, one of his favorite plants to grow, it's amazing, but he says all it does is put off little popcorn buds. So He doesn't sell it. He just keeps it for his personal collection.
Yep.
And so, yeah, you got to decide what. So that brings me to my next question, which is it kind of like an inverse correlation? Is it usually strains that are bred for big buds don't have as much quality, or is there a little bit of overlap there?
There's a lot of overlap. You can get, come on, G13 was one that I grew for years back in the free market days. Big fat buds. It just had a great terpene profile. People loved it, man.
Okay.
There's plenty of. That's why. How many breeders are there? And that's the game. The game is to take a nice yielder and cross it with something that has these great characteristics, these great flavors or smells or aromas. Aromas high, I'll say, and then mix them together. That's the art of breeding, and there's plenty of people that are doing it well.
Okay, so we got genetics nailed down.
Yep.
Assume that I've got some good genetics for a heavy yielder.
Yeah.
What's the next thing that I want to take into consideration?
Training. You got to fill that canopy up. You've got, your light maybe is illuminating. We'll say it's a 3 foot by 3 foot area. You want a flat top of 3 foot by 3 foot of buds, just complete canopy of buds.
Okay, so I've seen where you've just got one big bushy plant going straight up into the light.
Yep.
Most of the light is hitting the floor, so the plant's not taking it. And the inside of the plant is getting no light at all. You have tricks, though, to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and also what big deal with that is, don't forget, you got to hang the light a bit away from your plant. So if you've got one giant cola that's all the way up here, and then the rest of your plant material's down here, that's not going to get the most of the plant isn't going to get the intensity of light it needs to grow big buds. Yeah, so you got to train these things to fill the canopy.
And how do you train yours?
There's a couple ways to do it. I've done it both of these ways. I use bamboo stakes. And I always want to say with rebar caps, just Google rebar caps, put those on the top so you don't poke your eyes out. But I use bamboo stakes, and I do a combination of low stress training, which is just bending the buds from the center over to the side of the container where the bamboo stakes are. Also, I line my bamboo stakes around the outside of the container, so I don't go and start poking and disturbing the roots. But then it'll give me a space to anchor the plant, so I can just basically train them however I want. These are very bendable, very pliable. So yeah, the idea is I'm going to flatten out the canopy. I'm going to train it and trim it, make sure I'm getting that all the energy from that plant, from those roots, is going up to where it can make primary really good buds.
So you use bamboo stakes. I've seen people put like a net across the top of their grow.
Yeah, trellis netting. It's cool if you've got a really big area, but I have always found the Achilles heel of trellis netting is you can't get into the middle of the canopy. You're either, you're on your hands and knees crawling underneath there. You can't rotate plants, you can't rotate the buds, and you really can't give the buds the individual attention that I like to do. They call it a scrog, a screen of green, and a lot of times they'll use the trellis for that. I'm sure that works with, flood and drain tables or thousands of small plants in dispensaries. But for me, it's not my growth. It doesn't fit my growth style.
Well, and you've got plants coming in and going out because you're doing perpetual harvest. So I would imagine that would also make it difficult.
Yeah, that absolutely would. But the most difficult thing is just trying to crawl around.
You said, is it a low yielding plant? I'm not sure. I haven't grown it before, brother. I wouldn't be able to tell you yes or no. But when you find out, definitely let me know.
Around in there. I love to be able to go in. I've got a little mechanics kind of stool thing that I'll sit on, and I'll roll through there. I'll turn the plants. I'll give them all the individual attention they need. And you just can't do that with a trellis when your whole canopy is trellised up.
Okay, so we talked about what we need to do above ground to train the plants for bigger buds. What about what's going on below ground?
Bigger roots, bigger fruits, man, all right? Yeah, I mean, it's not magic what's going on above ground. What's going on above ground is because it's being fed the water, the oxygen, the nutrients that it needs below ground. So if you don't have a strong root system, you cannot expect to have strong bud system or strong flowering, I guess.
Okay, so what's your number one recommendation for building a stronger root system then?
Come on, man. This one's easy. Soil microbes. Soil microbes buffer pH. They allow the right amount of nutrient at the right time. They protect from pathogens. They just build stronger plants. So that plant above ground is able to signal what it needs to the roots, and then the roots are able to process it and bring it in. Microbes are huge. Real Growers Recharge, pretty good microbes, man.
Right. So a secret plug for Real Growers Recharge.
There you go.
Now, I have noticed when I'm using Recharge, I do get those bigger buds, but it seems like I sometimes run into this thing where the buds are starting to get too big and the plant is like, okay, time to slow down.
That is a real thing, man. What happens is it's all a system, just like the plant's communicating, the buds are communicating, hey, I could use more nutrients, send it on up.
That's the problem I've been having. Not with this plant specifically. Thank God this plant put out fairly small nugs. Like, yeah, it put out fairly small nugs, but they dank as fuck, bro. Frosted and dank as fuck. But all my other plants, yeah, the nugs are big as hell. So when I'm trimming, I be overly on the lookout for mold within the center of the buds. I have to crack a couple open and make sure I ain't got no mold. Cause that's a problem I've been doing. Well, I mean, it's a good problem to have. Everybody like them big ass pretty buds, but that shit, it's heartbreaking to have to throw some shits away when they too big and retaining too much moisture.
When they start to get so heavy that they're about to break, they go, hey, enough. Don't send any more nutrient, man. We're good up here, man. Any more, I'm going to break and it's going to, I'm going to die. So it will stop building that bud. One of the ways to kind of, I don't know about trick, but to fortify that stem, that branch, so it doesn't break is by using silica. We talk about using silica a bunch, and it strengthens the cell wall of the stem. So now it doesn't send that emergency stress signal. It says, hey, man, cool. Yeah, send some more weight, man. We're ready to go.
Okay, so combination of Recharge and silica will help. They both kind of help each other build those bigger buds.
Yeah, Recharge will help with the uptake, and silica is going to help with actually keeping the plant, the structure of the plant from actually breaking. It's signaling, I guess.
All right, so we talked about picking the right strain, the right genetics. We talked about what to do with your plant.
Yeah.
What about the environment that your plant is in?
Yeah, man, come on. We got to power these things up and then grow them, right? And light is the power, and CO2, carbon, is what the plant's made out of. So we got to use plenty of light.
I don't know, but I'm mad I missed UPS. I think they use UPS. Last time I got something from Supreme, I believe it came in from UPS. Yep. I'm mad I missed week 1 though. I wanted one of them motherfucking Cardi tees. Why you got something on the way? I ain't even looked to see what's dropping tomorrow. I kinda don't want to. Supreme ain't finna got my goddamn money this season. I'm gonna find something dope to grab, of course, from the season, but wait me a couple weeks. Well, I got some bills to pay. You were looking at the dunks are dropping tomorrow. Okay. I know they had been showing them all week. I've been seeing the pictures pop up all week. But I thought it was just like saying that's what's coming this season. I didn't think that was coming tomorrow. That's pretty cool. What pair you were looking at? That black and bluish pair look pretty cool, and like that black and yellow pair look pretty cool. Like two of them pretty clean. I could pass though, and it's not because shit. I don't think they're dope. Like shit, I just got a stack. Man, look, the dumbest shit happened in the world to me. Blue Jones US exclusive. Okay, nice. The dumbest shit happened in the world yesterday. I've been playing 2K since that shit dropped. I've been playing that shit really hard. And I'm about to start playing on stream because I done got good. I had to figure out how that game worked before I start streaming it. For real. Don't nobody want to see no trash ass gameplay for sure. But I've been playing the shit out of 2K, dog. And my Xbox, yesterday, I kept getting that error code where the updater went out, right? So I done reset it, factory reset. I'm still getting this motherfucking error code. Everything is absolutely fucking up right now. I get online, I find a fix, an offline fix where I could download a file to a flash drive. Where I had to format the flash drive, then download the file onto the flash drive, and then try to update the Xbox that way. Mind you, this a day one console. I had it since the drop, and I'm a heavy user. I'm surprised some bitch ain't been fried, or the thermal paste ain't burnt out, or something like. Usually, people don't have day one consoles 7, 8 goddamn. How long these shits been out? Like 7 years. Like usually, I would have been had to replace it. I probably would have had to replace my goddamn PlayStation 2 if the PlayStation Pro ain't came out, and the PlayStation Pro done took some of the workload off. But so I'm thinking it's just time and this bitch fried, right? The offline method didn't work. Every time I loaded up the USB and tried to reboot the stick, it would just turn off over and over again. Boop, boop, boop. It wouldn't finish the process. So I'm like, yeah, this shit fried. I got this. All happens at like 10 o'clock yesterday. Get on Google. Oh shit, Walmart still open. I haul ass to Walmart. Get in there. It's PlayStations all over the motherfucking place. I'm like, oh yeah. I know they got an Xbox. Ask the lady, you know what I'm saying? Can I get an Xbox Series X? Nope. They had just sold the last one right before I got there. And they ain't have nothing but that weak ass Series S. And I'm not buying a motherfucking Series S. I'm cool. So I'm like, fuck. At this time, when I walk out of Walmart, it's like 10:50. The next closest Walmart is 13 minutes away. I wouldn't make it in time anyway. So I get on Google, looked at the stock. That motherfucking Walmart ain't have no Xboxes anyway. So I'm like, hold up, wait. Xboxes is fire hot right now. I get on GameStop. It's a GameStop in walking distance. I'm like, okay, as soon as I wake up, I'm just walk to the motherfucking GameStop, buy me an Xbox. Bruh, looked in their inventory. It ain't a motherfucking Xbox Series X in a 30-mile radius. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But it's PlayStation 5s every fucking where. I'm like, man, hold on. Wait. My mind's starting to work like, okay, either one or two things happen. Either they not manufacturing a lot of Xboxes, or these bitches is selling like shit and a whole bunch of people switching over. I did hear like day one 2K on the early access PlayStation players was having problems they couldn't play until like either later in the evening or the next day. I know PlayStation players was having a whole bunch of problems. Shit. Damn near with, I'm not gonna say every, but it's common with a lot of the cross-platform releases. PlayStation had problems on launch day, but Xbox niggas be playing. I ain't throwing no shade or shots at Xbox. Shit, I got 2 PlayStations, got 2 Xboxes at this point. Cause guess what? End up having to buy one and get it overnight ship from Amazon. So cool. Word. Wake up this morning. Motherfucking Xbox already at on the step. Got delivered 7 o'clock this morning. I woke up at 7:15. Mama Bear goddamn came through, got the kids together this morning. So boom. Goddamn, get the kids. off to school. Brand new Xbox in the office. I had the bright idea before I hooked this bitch up. Let's just try the old one more time. Let's try to turn it on. I turned the Xbox on. That bitch powered up, started up, everything working just fine and better than before. Like that bitch was brand new out the box. Like it never had no problem. I'm like, man, what the total fuck? So now I got 2 whole Xboxes in this bitch, bro. Pissed the fuck off about that. But cool part about it, my daughter's birthday Saturday. And she said she wanted a new Xbox. So shit, it kind of lined up perfect. Like, ended up being an unintentional dub. I'm definitely taking the new one and giving her the old. I ain't gonna do it down bad though. If it break on, I'm just gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one at that point. But man, I done goddamn bought a whole Xbox. And I ain't have to. I ain't need to. I guess shit. Mine just needed a break. 'Cause I've been playing the fuck out that bitch. Like, yeah, I think I played it the most since like last Thursday. Since this new 2K drop, I've played that bitch the most since I've had it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I did, when it first dropped, I did like 11-hour stream. I played after I got off stream. Went to sleep, woke up, played all goddamn day the day after that. Went to sleep, woke up, did the same thing, watched it on repeat. I've been working this bitch. I guess it just got tired. But the motherfucker's still working, so hey, salute Microsoft, man. Salute Microsoft. I thought I had caught a goddamn red ring of death situation, but nah, that bitch just needed a break, evidently. But hell yeah, man. I wonder what the fuck is going on though, cause why ain't no motherfucking Xbox Series X's in a 30-mile radius? Like, are they not making enough of them bitches that they need to restock? Cause shit. Yeah, the old one working now. And that Series X is the Series S fucking ass. I wouldn't buy one of them shits for nothing. That shit basically a Nintendo Switch. Like, if you buy a Series X, you might as well buy a Switch. A Switch 2. The Series X is a fucking Switch 2 that ain't portable. That motherfucker barely in the game. But if you on a budget, like shit, if you on a budget, I see where that motherfucker could definitely come into play. Like, hell, if I was living in like a little studio apartment, goddamn having to pay all my motherfucking bills by myself and my Xbox, you know, and my Xbox bills and all your little Netflix subscriptions and all that shit. Like, I see how. Well, nah, you know what? Fuck, I would fuck around. I know I would just make that big purchase or shit, put that bitch on a credit card to pay it back later or something. I wouldn't buy a fucking Series X, Series S in no circumstance. Me. But for a kid, hell yeah. Like for Rooster Man, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. For a kid, I get the motherfuckers a Series S and Game Pass and let them go crazy. You can play whatever the fuck you want to. Wild out, young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Them shits for kids. The Series S for kids. I'm 38. I need more motherfucking, I need a grown man game console. But yeah, man. So now we on that grind, big dog. Now we on that motherfucker grind because I gotta make that bread back. Of course. And I hate making unexpected purchases. And the thing is, I didn't need it. But truth be told, I probably could have just waited, turned the game on today. It would have been working. I would have been back gaming. I didn't need to do that shit. But I don't feel bad about the purchase at all. I have no buyer's regret. Not 1 second went through my mind like, damn, I probably should return this bitch to get my money back. No. That never went through my mind once. First thing came to my mind, oh, grind time. I gotta get this bread back. Gotta get this bread back. And sometimes that's what you gotta do, man. Sometimes you gotta buy some shit to motivate yourself to get the paper back. Cause if you just like in a space where everything out to the good, it's gonna be sitting on like, you know what I mean? You ain't got nothing motivating you to go get no motherfucking more paper or hustle up some extra paper. Like you kinda get complacent and shit. So hell yeah. That's kinda like another reason why I ain't tripping on the purchase either, cause I know how I am mentally. Like, I'm gonna get my goddamn grind on, big dog. And I'm gonna be done made fucking $2,000-$3,000, but I'm still gonna be thinking I gotta get that money back for the Xbox. And I'm gonna made the money back for the Xbox about 3-4 times. You see what I'm saying? That's how my mind be operating. So shit. Hey. Cause if I didn't buy the motherfucker, then I wasn't finna do nothing. I wasn't finna do no extracurricular, but I wasn't finna do shit but play the game, dog. I wasn't finna do shit but play the game until duty call. I be on call for work and shit. I wasn't finna do nothing but sit in this motherfucker and play the game. But now it's like, okay, but I need to get my YouTube jumping. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I get me a YouTube check this month. Need to goddamn drop me about 2-3 songs. You know what I'm saying? Get them streams back jumping. And I've been killing it with the music anyway, so hell yeah. I need to stay consistent any motherfucking way with the slaps. I'm still progressing at a pretty alarming rate. As far as that stuff goes. So yeah, I be needing that motivator sometimes, man. And don't nothing motivate me to go get some money faster than spending a big ass chunk unexpected. It's like, yeah, fuck, we gotta get that back and some more. Great switches ain't stopped around. I heard they wasn't it a law supposed to come out that they was supposed to do a ban on like fruity flavored like fruit flavored and all that candy flavored tobacco products and shit. I thought they were supposed to ban all them shits because it was enticing kids. They ain't do nothing but switch up the motherfucking brand, and now Backwoods, it ain't great Backwoods no more. They got a Houston flavor. Like, they doing city packs now, nigga. I done had Chicago Backwoods. The Chicago one was, what the fuck was that Chicago one? I ain't like that one. I ain't like the Chicago one. I forgot what the fuck it was, but Atlanta had sweet tea. That shit was good. Houston got like peach punch or purple drink or some kind of, I'm talking about peach punch. Some kind of, it's called purple punch or peach, like purple something, like some kind of purple shit. But that's the grape flavor now. You know what I mean? They switching up the branding and they ain't branding it after fruit. You know what I'm saying? They just calling it other shit now. With Backwoods, I know that's how they finesse. But shit, I ain't smoked. I've smoked one Swisher in my motherfucking life and never again. I don't like them shit. I've only smoked one Swisher Sweet. It didn't take but one for me to feel like yeah, I'm straight on these. I was on White Owl. Started off with Phillies. You know what I'm saying? Started off with Phillies. Then graduated to White Owls and Dutchess. Dutch Palmers or Dutch Masters. Then got off them, and I was on papers real hard. I was on papers real hard throughout the Taylor Gang era, Wiz Khalifa Taylor Gang era. That man had me on papers real hard, bro. Then I was on bongs. I was smoking straight glass, and then I should have stayed there. I should have stayed right there. But my OG, the dude I used to buy weed from, he would always sit and chill with me and post up at my crib until he got the next play. I had, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just like to hang out with me. So he would always post up and have a backwood and smoke. And of course, I'm gonna smoke with him before I got down roll up my little dub sack. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't take about 2-3 of them, and next thing you know, I'm hooked on backwoods, buying a pack of backwoods buying backwoods myself. So that was his fault. I went all the way backwards, bro. I made it away from the goddamn tobacco product completely, was on glass, and when I was cool there, like I was good. As long as I had me a bong, I was good. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get off the leaves again. I can do it. I think I can do it. I hope I can do it.
Or the right amount of light to pull the right amount of carbon from the air and build it into plant material.
Okay, so help me out. Help me figure out what the right amount of light and the right amount of carbon is.
Man, I see this a bunch because someone will get excited and go buy CO2, or someone will get excited and go buy a whole bunch of light, and they don't realize that they have to match each other. The light gives the plant the energy to grab that CO2 out of the air, grab the carbon, which is going to use to build itself, and rip apart and leave the oxygen. You got one carbon, you got O2. The O2 goes, and that's why plants make oxygen, and it grabs the carbon and builds it in the plant material. So we've got it, that takes light and it takes carbon.
In the right proportion.
Yeah, well, if you have too much light, okay, if I blast my lights up to 1200 ppfd and I just have ambient, about 400 ppm of CO2 is ambient in the air, I've got all the energy for that plant to rip carbon out of the air, but there's no carbon left, so I'm just wasting my energy. So the idea is you want to match those up, and man, thankfully, the math is pretty easy on it.
Okay.
You got like 400 ppm of ambient CO2, something like that. So you run your lights 400, I'll match them, maybe 400 ppfd of light. You can go up a little bit more, probably 500-600 is going to be all right for you. Right around 600, I think is probably where you're going to max out.
But above that, if you don't increase the CO2, you're just wasting light?
Yeah, you've got this energy, this light energy that's ready to grab carbon out of the air. Let's fix that carbon, but there's no carbon. So you might as well turn down the lights, right?
Okay, so how do I get more carbon then? It's easy to go buy a more intense light. How do I get more carbon in my grow?
I mean, you can use a CO2 burner if you're on the larger scale. Just CO2 tanks are what I use. The mushroom bags work.
Oh, mushroom bags sound fun.
Right? Dual purpose, man. But the point is, as you increase your light, you have to increase your CO2 somehow. And I just told you ambient CO2, you could probably go up to 600 ppfd of light. It's pretty simple after that. Maybe 600 ppfd of light. You go, just match it. 600 ppm of CO2, maybe a little bit heavier. I'm all the way up. I jack my lights up. I'm at like 1200 ppfd of light, 1200 ppm of CO2. Just kind of match those numbers as they go up. It's really easy.
Is that where you max out, about 1200?
That's where I think you would max out. Some people like to dial it up to 1500 and they've got crazy amounts of light. Man, I found that I can't get much more performance past 1200 ppfd and 1200 ppm of CO2. Come on, those are just my tips for maxing out your harvest, bulking up your buds, but did I miss something? If so, let me know in the comments. And come on, you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with another grower you know. Come on and check out the other couple videos YouTube's recommending. High C says you.
Shit, bro. I sleep with my plants, man. I sleep with my plants, bro. Them motherfuckers getting a steady stream of CO2 constant. Hell yeah. I feel that. Bro got them joints in the living room. I want me a hydro towel and throw that bitch in the living room. I'm gonna do probably grow some fruits off that bitch though. Fruits. About time to grow me some fruits. How to press flower rosin. Y'all boys be dabbing, man. Y'all be dipping and dabbing, man.
All right, y'all, we're gonna do a little flower rosin here today. This is my setup. I have a external pump, and then we have our press with the plates caged in. There's a few different styles, or a couple different styles. You kind of have one where it's gonna be on one axis where it's pushing it up, how it rides up and down on these supports. This one has on the front and back. So this is, from my understanding, what would be considered a caged in plate setup. And basically what we have compared to, say, this to one that's gonna have just that one axis that it goes up and down on, is it has the chance to kind of tilt those plates. When you have a caged in plate like this, you're able to bring it up and down just all together. So you have more of a even press compared to those other ones that could get off just slightly. I believe this is the 10-ton press by Dab Press here. And then I've got a 12-ton pump with the gauge as well. And this is our temp, what we can use to set.
I got me a little nug smasher, boy. I'ma smash me some buds tomorrow. I'm smashing me some nugs tomorrow. This shit is so sticky. I gotta press, like, I gotta mash some of this up and see what we dab and see what we tasting like on the dabs. I ain't dabbed in a minute neither. I'ma be high as fuck, boy.
Set all of our temperatures on. In this case, for flower rosin, what I like to do is 185. You can go a little bit less, a little bit more, kind of depend on what you need. Maybe some flower presses better at higher temperatures, lower temperatures, but I've found 185 seems to be the sweet spot for most of them. If we go a little bit higher, you may get better yields, but you're going to sacrifice some of the compounds, terpenes, and all that stuff that you're going to be burning off basically from being in too much of a hot temperature.
What terps, man? Happy hour super sour runs. That sounds good.
The lower you get, the more you're going to be saving all of that good stuff that you want. I have my little tray set up here. The main things that I always have with me when I'm pressing, what I like to do, 90% alcohol. I think this is 91. Some people say 99, the higher the better. For cleaning your tools, whatever you're doing. This is always something, if you are a concentrate consumer, having alcohol is pretty much a must. I think most of you would already agree with that. Got a pair of scissors. I've got a few different dab tools that I've got here. I do have a preference, though they will all work. This one actually happens to be my preference. I've just noticed that it works really well for me, particularly this side. You'll find that there's some rosin that can be harder to collect. There's different types of methods, or you're either pushing it or you're picking it up by pressing it down and then pulling straight up. This one I tend to find
I like to put it like in the freezer. After I press, when I'm pressing, usually I'm pressing a lot. So I press a sheet, and once I press out, I put the sheet in the freezer, then press on another one. And while that shit pressing, I like take that sheet out, you know what I'm saying, and collect it then. And then usually when I'm done collecting, the next sheet will be done, and I like do it like that. Or I take a motherfucking cold pack of meat out and just put the sheet on top of it and just let it get cool enough to collect and not stick on the paper, on the parchment.
Either roll it if I need to. I can blot it and I can wipe it, and both of these sides work really well for what I found. But any of these will work. I do find that some of the smaller ones, unless you do have a smaller yield that you're working with or not as much rosin, you can pick it up with these smaller ones, but I do find that the larger blade tools tend to work better. So this is my preferred. So that's what we're going to be using. The other stuff that I think is a must to have, your scale. This, it may not be such a must. The reason why I like this is so I know exactly how much material I am putting inside my bags, and then I can kind of calculate my return. While that might not matter for some people, and if you press something, you find that it comes out really well, and if you're happy with that amount that you get, I say send it, who cares? But I like to have just those numbers for my head. If I have anything that's pressing under, I know they say kind of 12 is a good number. Anything under 10, I'm really not going to be happy with. 11, but anything above that, I am happy and I will continue pressing. Now, if I was to press something and I found that I had a shit return, I'm going to save it for flour. Or if I just don't really care for it either way, who knows? But I think that this is definitely something that you should have. And of course, we have our bags. I am using the Dab Press brand. So these are the ones that I started off with when I had bought this kit. You get the kit and it comes with some different dab tools, containers. You know, I've started with these. I've been using these. They work really well. My preference is the 90U bags. I think that's pretty much across the board what most people would agree on, but you can vary. The different numbers that we have here, so the 90 is referring to how much surface area is in between each thread, right? So if we were to go up, they're going to get wider in between there, so we have less filtration. The lower you go, the tighter those spaces are, the more filtration. You're going to allow different things to pass through here the larger you get, and that may be undesired.
I like them burnt rubber turf. This got some of that on the aroma on the nose, but you don't really taste it in the smoke. And that's pretty fucking cool. You don't taste it in the smoke at all, but this shit definitely got some of that burnt rubber danky shit going on.
Desirable for rosin, or you may like it. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you a hard time about, you know, what size bag you like to use if it works for you. We're gonna use these 90Us. I've heard of people going smaller, whatever. Now I've already gotten our flour prepped. I'm running 7 grams in each, so we'll do 14 on the plates all at once. I noticed that that's pretty much the sweet spot for me. If I was to do one bag, great. But I feel like anything above that, at least for my setup, is a little much. Also a little bit much for these bags. This is Tangy F3. It pressed really well. I've got, unfortunately, these sad nugs right here. Not sad, but I've neglected them. They are neglected nugs. I have a tote that whenever I am drying, I tend to not have the best drying conditions. Another tool that I think is pretty important to have is a wood moisture meter. As they're drying, I will check the nugs in certain areas to see what type of moisture we have, and if I notice that it is coming down too quick, I am taking my plants, I am bucking them down into branches, and then we are placing them inside the tote to slow them down. So I would almost consider this a necessity, even if you're not pressing. This definitely, I know there's certain methods that you can have, you know, snapping the stems, and then you've got a couple different camps where if you're snapping those stems, you've gone too far. I'm not going to get into that. Why not use tools when we can to make our lives a little easier and take that guesswork out? So I highly recommend them. I actually have 2 sitting right here. They're cheap. Wood moisture meter, get you one. So I will check the buds to see what we're sitting at. When I am pressing flour, I want that flour just a little bit more water content than if I was to be smoking it, right? I think we've all smoked some joints where It's hard to stay lit. It doesn't smoke quite as well. I would bet you anything that moisture content in there is a little bit too high. The joints that you're gonna smoke are usually somewhere around the high 50s moisture content. That tends to be what I find is the best smoke for joints. I like this a little bit wetter because it tends to press better. We tend to get better yield out of it. So I'm always pulling them a little bit earlier. And I find that when I put these into jars, my hygrometer, whatever that little thing is that gives me my temperature and humidity inside the jars, the humidistat, tends to read 62, 63 is kind of pushing it, but somewhere in those low 60s is where I like to have it. Now with this, I believe that that tends to be somewhere around 12 to 11. We've got that sitting at about 12, a little bit more. Again, it's been super freaking humid here. We are at, I want to say it's like 80%, 90% humidity. And I have not been treating these well. Like I said, it's been sitting inside a tub for longer than I'd like to admit. That's the humidity that I like to have my material at. The next thing we've got here is our pollen press or pre-press, whatever you want to call it. I think that this is a must-have for when you're pressing. And the reason why I say that, you have to get this material inside this bag. And while you could do it and you could pack it down pretty easily, I find that this just makes your life easier. You know you're getting that nice puck that's going to sit inside here. You're not going to have any extra material that could give you some problems down the road when we're pressing. This comes in 3 sections. We've got our barrel. We've got the bottom piece. We're putting that down. And then this is our plunger. This is going to pack down that material, right? So we're going to take all of this. And the reason why I kind of set this up, I prepped this up a little bit just to make sure we didn't have any super large stems or anything like that. We want them into little manageable bite-size pieces. I am taking this and we're just putting it in there. As I'm putting it in there, put about halfway, and then I'm coming in and pressing. And that's just basically compacting that material that I put in there into a nice little puck. So we got that all pressed in there. All right. Now, before we get ready to throw that in there, we've got to prep our bag. Now, our bag, I believe sometimes when you buy them, not the dab press, but other varieties, will have them turned inside out like this, and you'll have this edge where they've sewn them together. You want that on the inside, just like this. So having our bag starting off like this, here is our dab tool, a smaller one that I find is pretty easy. I am putting them in the corner, pushing that in just like that, right? Flipping it over, and then we're grabbing that one and pushing that in. Now, I am leaving it exactly like that, all right? Kind of comes to a point. We will get it where we want it as we work. So now we're ready to put the material in there. This style that we are doing is not the end all be all. This is not how you have to do it. This is how I like to do it. This is what's considered bottle tech. And basically what we're creating is like a little bottle, I guess you would call it. So we're actually going to fill the material up and then it's going to go in there like that. There is other ones where you would fill it up like that and then put it inside there. Nothing wrong with that. I've just never tried it, so I don't do it. Now we've got our press, our pre-press filled with our material. I'm going to flip that over and I pull that straight down. Now we've got our puck just like that. We're wiggling her in there. And then once I've got it in there, pushing it down, we'll put it off to the side. Let's get working on the other one. You also notice we turned that on just before we got started. It does take a little bit for it to kind of warm up. So I always like to get it going just before I get working on this. And if I wasn't chatting, we would have had this done. I would have been pressed and that would have been it. Getting these all pressed in. I think you get those chunky stems, and then there's one that you find. If you leave those stems in there, you may get lucky. It may not be a problem, or you may screw yourself. You're going to get a blowout. What's going to happen is that that hard stem is going to stick in the side of one of your bags. It's going to poke through it, and then you're going to have that plant material coming out. Blowouts aren't the end of the world. I think for us home growers, it may suck, but it is what it is. When you're doing this for yourself, who the fuck cares? But why not try to set yourself up for success and just do it the right way? So get those little bit of stems out there. You don't have to worry about a blowout because you've got other things to worry about. Pressing too hard, if you press too quick, there's a lot of different variables. So let's just knock one of those variables out so we don't have to worry about it. All right, we now have our 14 grams in 2 different bags. We're up to temp. Let's put this off to the side. We're going to get our parchment paper folded up to go inside here and get her ready to press. So let's talk parchment paper. I have tried all different kinds. I don't know that name brand or any of the other ones really matter. The only thing that I can say is I have gotten some cheapo ones from, you know, like a Dollar Tree, dollar store. I don't remember where I got it, but when you go cheap, you do have the possibility of having, you know, cheaper material of this, and it can break. And what I mean by that is the paper seems like it was just very thin, and it kind of had like a little spot where it got really thin and actually broke. I've also had ones where while collecting, doing our collecting method, it's ripped. So you really end up shooting yourself in the foot. You end up, you know, pressing all this beautiful rosin, and then you're screwed because you get it stuck on a piece of paper that's ripping, and then what the hell are you gonna do? You know, it just makes your life even harder. What I like to do is get this paper. Doesn't have to have these, but this does make it easier for me to remember if I'm pressing a lot, that I can just kind of pull it out too, and I know I need 5 squares or whatever it may be. Anytime I can try to make my life a little easier, I will. So these are the ones I got. This is what we're using. Now, what I like to do is I will fold these over almost in half. I'll leave a little bit of room here on the bottom, or actually it'll end up being on the top. And then what I'm doing is folding this in half right here. And then to judge how much space I have, I am taking this before I fold that next half, putting it up to my plates, and then giving myself exactly how much room I need with that next fold over. Now, I will let this hang over my plates just a little bit. And what I mean by that is, instead of it just being the size of my plates, I like to have it just hang over a little bit. Gives me just that little bit of extra room. Anytime I can get any of my material off the plate as soon as I can, instead of letting it sit there and cook on our plates, the better. Sometimes it'll come out to the sides a little bit, and as long as it's off the plate, I'm happy with it. We've got this. Now what we're gonna do, one more measurement. I'm putting this back on my plates, and I'm putting my finger on the back of our plate there, so I know where to stop pushing it back. And then boom, I am figuring out how deep my plate is, and that's where I'm going to do my first cut. So now we know that that's where our front of our plate is going to end. I'm coming across and cutting that excess over, and then we're just matching it to the other side here. Boom. So now we have what's going to be on the plate and our extra. Now, you could just put it on there just like that, send it, be happy, whatever. I like to clean this up a little bit so I don't have to worry about this, because as soon as we're done pressing, I'm releasing my valve and I want to pull this off, and I don't want all this stuff to mess with. So I am cleaning up the side so I've got less stuff to fumble with, because I always end up fumbling with stuff and screw something up. So again, setting ourselves up for success. Now we've got the one side. I am folding this back and then folding this back as well. Now we've got a little taco, a little pita. We've got a little pocket that is now going to be on our plates when we're pressing. So again, with the larger side up. And that's just with this flour. I imagine if I was pressing a bunch of hash, I would want more of a tail coming down this way to catch our product. But I don't think that we're going to get so much that we're going to have some crazy beautiful waterfalls of rosin coming down. So I ain't gonna fool myself. I ain't gonna fool you. We're just gonna give ourselves a little tail here, catch whatever may possibly come down. I'll give it a little bit of that, and here we go. So we've got our pocket. We're gonna open this up a little bit, and it is ready to receive our bags with the material in it. Now, one of the next important steps that I feel of these is getting these bags ready to be put on the press. You don't want a lot of extra material on here. If you do, what's going to happen is all of that rosin that you're squishing out of this material is going to get hung up in any of this extra material that you have. We want to minimize the amount of material that's left behind when we put her onto the plates. I know I brought my gloves out here. Fuck it, I've already got it on my finger, so it is what it is. I usually try to wear gloves so I'm not having to deal with sticky hands the rest of the day, but we're already here. So I am taking this and I am pushing my fingers down and we're compacting that material. Now you can see we just screwed up those bottoms, right? I like to come in here. We will readjust those bottom corners. And then I am putting my fingers underneath here and then kind of wiggling it and getting it to compact as much as I can into the bottom. See what I mean? We've tucked these in. The noses, the edge of the bags are now touching each other in the center. We haven't jammed them in there, so the whole center, the whole bottom of the bag is a second layer, but just enough where these are tucked in, they're touching. We know we don't have a bunch of extra material, right? So now we've got our bag there. What I am doing to judge my next move is my finger. I am putting my finger on top of that material, and then I am cutting right above it. These scissors are about shot. So just like that. Let's prep this other one, and then we'll talk about the next step. So again, taking my finger, we're pushing that in there to get it as close to the bottom as possible. Readjusting our corners, making sure they are pretty and touching each other. Again, this is all setting ourselves up for success. You don't want to mess with this? Fuck it, just put it in there. You'll see what happens. Let's try to get this as nice as possible, do a little extra work up front, and we will have better success at the end. So, yeah, these scissors are about time to retire. These bags are not easy on those scissors. These are the ones that I first got for trimming plants, and then ended up using them on this, and they just got so damn dull. So definitely have a pair of scissors that you can beat up with these. So now we are prepped with our bags. They're cut down to size. Now, the next step you want to do that I find that works well is taking one side, pushing it down, the next side pushing it down, and then we now have our little bat ears. We're taking this, folding those over, just like that. That is at least what I would consider an acceptable bag with material in it, ready for pressing. It's got a little bit of extra, but I don't have the space to really fill it up, and I don't feel like 7 grams in these are anything more than 7 grams is going to do us justice. So that's what we've got. Let's get a light on there. We've got our bags prepped. We've got our press up to temperature 185. Now we're taking that first bag, putting her on there. And then we're getting that second bag ready on there. Another thing that we absolutely need with this is our timer. I like to be pretty close to these times. Some people may say they're too long. I like to do a 45-second warm-up. And that warm-up is getting these bags just a little bit back. Again, I like to use my finger as my judge. I am taking this and I am getting it a finger length back. I don't want it too close to the edge because when we do squish this, it is going to expand a little bit. So we're wanting it back because we don't want to let it get too close to the edge and possibly, again, have a blowout. So once we're on there, we're taking our plates and closing them. We want just a small bump coming up on our gauge there. Again, we don't want any pressure on them for this 45-second warm-up, but we do want those plates to be as close as possible. So as soon as I see that bump come up, I'm setting my 45-second timer, and we're going to watch that material. Again, I am giving it just slightly, continuing to give it a little bit of pressure because that stuff is compressing while it's sitting on there. So I am giving it just a little bit at a time, waiting for that 45 seconds to go up. Once that 45 seconds is up, we are pressing for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And here we go. All right, we got that. Now we're starting our 3 minute and 30 second timer, and we are slowly ramping it up to 2000 PSI. Just taking it slow, giving it a little bit of pressure at a time. We're about halfway there right now, and it's only been 15 seconds. We are coming up to 2000 PSI right now, and we will have been pressing for 30 seconds. So I am just making sure that we are keeping constant pressure. Sometimes if I don't tighten up my valve just enough, it'll leak out a little bit, and then we're having to continually keep pressure on there. Luckily, sometimes I remember and I don't have to. Otherwise, I am continuing to make sure that it stays at that threshold, that 2000 PSI. We're at 2 minutes and 33 seconds. And now we just watch. We just let her do her thing. She's gonna be leaking out. Not bad for some neglected bud that I left in some totes sitting for a while. I'll take it. Looks pretty darn good. So again, that 2000 PSI, that's what I'm leaving it at. I don't want to go too much more. Again, that's another one of those variables that we could look at with possibly doing a blowout. So I don't want to give it too much. We're now 1 minute and 45 seconds away from releasing the pressure and taking this off.
That shit was good.
You know, rosin is probably one of my favorite way to consume. I really like that big hit that you get, and you're not having to sit there and chief on a joint. Now, don't get me wrong. I think joints may be my, they may be neck and neck, because that's probably what I do consume the most next to rosin. But something about that rosin hit, when you take that first hit, it just comes over you really quick instead of kind of chiefing on a joint and, you know, you're like 10 minutes and you're like, oh shit, I'm high. You take one hit of this, by the time you're exhaling, you know what you got or you don't. And you see we're starting to get some bubbling. Some people may say that once that bubbling kind of stops, that's pretty much all you're getting out of that material. I am still going to let it keep going for that whole duration of 3 minutes and 30 seconds, whether we have bubbles stopping or not. 10 seconds left. Not bad for what we got going. Look at that. All right, timer's up. What I'm doing is I'm releasing our plates. All right, I am taking my magnet that was holding that top piece off, and we're pulling it bad girl out of the way. We have now pulled the material off of our plates. We're going to get this ready for collection. Now, another tool that I think, dare I say that this is a necessity. It's really not, but I think that this will make your life a lot easier. Get you one. It's basically just a piece of aluminum. It's called what's a cold plate, collection plate. You're taking your material, putting it on there, and it helps cool it down for while you're collecting it. I think it's definitely something that's great to have, and I encourage anybody that's doing this to just go ahead and get it.
I'll grab a steak out the freezer.
All right. So there we are. We've got our bags that we've pressed and all of our beautiful rosin. Now what I will do is take these bags and just kind of rub those corners just to see if we get any extra that's coming off, and we're not really. I think I let it sit just a touch too long, but all right, so here we are. Not a bad collection. We've got a handful of different type of consistencies when you're working with this rosin. Some stuff is easier to collect, some is harder to collect, wetter, drier. It's all dependent on the flour, and also of course what you're pressing it at, those temperatures. Let's see how well this collects. Again, we're just letting it kind of sit there for a second, and then with this I am just pressing it down and pushing it. So just like that. That seems to be my favorite. What works best for me is pressing it down and then just lifting it up. And then once you get in a good rhythm of picking this stuff up, it just flies. So not bad. Let's see if we can get a little light in there, make it look a little nicer. Hey, we have flour rosin. Let's finish collecting this up. We will get it on a scale, and we'll see what kind of return we had. Also, one thing I do find is the stuff that tends to make its way over in these little corners. You want to be careful again, because see, it's even starting to rip. And imagine if we had super cheap stuff, we're ripping and pulling. Luckily, this rosin pulls up very easily. If it didn't, we would be in trouble, and we'd be pulling this all to hell. We would be pretty upset because we would just have a bunch of paper stuck in our rosin, all of our hard work, all of our product that we've just pressed and wasted. I've thrown stuff away because I just didn't feel like fucking with it. So just be careful. And this Tiny F3 doing really well. I'll tell you, I had to turn off my AC to be able to record this fucking thing. And so it's getting a little warm. It's definitely not ideal to be collecting this rosin, but it's my room is on the second floor. Yeah, see, it's already starting to. And it is almost 80 degrees in my room right now. So this rosin is being a little bit of a bear to collect because it is so warm. But I think we got her. Pretty darn clean. I'm happy with it. Let's get this ready to wear out. Check that out. Not bad for some flour that was left in a tote. I literally just bucked it off the branches and the main, the sugar leaves that were on there. Some of the stuff that I didn't want to press, cut some of that off. So that's just been sitting in a tote for a while. Check that out. I'd say that looks like some pretty darn good rosin, good consistency. I'm happy with it. Let's get this ready to put her on some on the scale there to see what we've got. Now, one thing I do like about this plate as well is once I'm done collecting, if I was to put this in a jar, we could just scrape it off in the jar. But since I want to weigh this out real quick, we're just going to go ahead and do a number like this. Put that on the side, and then I'm using that edge of our plate to kind of wipe my tool off. I don't want to wipe up too much though. We're going to do a little taste test once we're done. Now, of course, I've already smoked some of this. Just like a chef, you get to lick the spoon, or you get to have that little bit of extra stuff from the kitchen. Well, if you're pressing, damn straight, you get to take a little dab off of your cleaning tool. Now, I don't imagine this piece of paper weighs much, so I will just give her a little bit. We've got 2.3 grams of rosin from that 14 grams of flour. I don't know the conversion off the top of my head, but I would say that that's above or just right around that window that I was saying. Anything that's going to be above 11, 12, I'm happy with. And I think that that's probably either just right in there or it's a little bit above. Let's take a look. So I did some calculations with 14 grams of material in, 2.3 of our wax. That is 16.43 in return. I'm happy with it. That's flour that pressed well. It's got good color. It looks like a nice yellowish, brownish boogie of sorts. Little loogie. Smells great. Kind of has like a little bit of a tropical, fruity, citrus smell. It also gives me a little bit of almost Pledge furniture, not Pledge furniture cleaner, but like a Pledge lemony kind of smell. So it's good. I enjoy tangy for sure. Let's get this into some jars and then we'll be ready. So let's go ahead and let's test out our stuff here. Let's see what we've got. This is again one of my preferred methods for consuming rosin. Of course, I've got my Puffco Proxy. I love that. That's easy when I'm bouncing around doing things. But when I'm home, when I want to get that good hit, I like these nectar collectors. They work really well. This particular one allows you to put water in it. It's got this blue piece that basically keeps our heating element, our straw, our tip that we heat up, that keeps that piece in there from falling out. So just like anything else, right? Pull in from one side, and then that's where we're going to collect our rosin and smoke it. What I like to do with these is we use a torch. We're going to heat that up till it just turns red. Once it turns red, I let it back down just a little bit, and then we'll clean up our little tool, and then we'll get this all packed up, and that'll be it. So it's kind of hard to tell. It backs off pretty quick on that redness. Let's hit it. Let's get it.
Ooh-wee. I gotta get me
All
on
right.
that.
Yep. Now, one thing I can tell you, when you're first taking it right off the bat here, it has great taste. Don't get me wrong, it's got great taste. But I do find that if you let this sit for a day, a few days, even if you can let it sit a little bit longer, I think maybe even a week, you really start to get that curing process that these do go through after sitting inside the jar. I know there's different methods. They say cold curing or, you know, this and that. I'll be honest with you, I just haven't messed with it. I haven't put anything inside the fridge or done any of that kind of stuff. Most of my stuff I put into jars and then, you know, I'll smoke on it pretty quickly. But I do find that if you let this stuff cure for a little bit, you're going to be a lot happier and you're going to get a little bit of that more flavor out of it for sure. Right off the bat, this thing smokes great as usual. I am never upset with any of Alabrije's stuff and how most of his stuff presses well that I have found. I think that's it, guys. Like I said, I think our main thing here was making sure that we pack our bags correctly, using tools that we have at our disposal. Yes, you do have to pay for these things, and they're not expensive, but I think that they're tools that make your life a whole lot easier. And if you're going to go through the trouble of taking your hard work that you've done growing that plant for however long it took you, why not continue that mindset of getting the best plant that you can, bringing it all the way to the end and trying to get the best product that you can for all your hard work. Get those little extra things if you can. It'll make your life easier and definitely give you just that little bit of leg up. But other than that, I think I've rambled on enough. Definitely get you a press if you don't have one. It's going to bring you to the next level. Having a press is what got me away from the dispensary. I was growing flower and I was still able to consume my flower and I loved it, but I was still going to the dispensary for my carts, for my dabs, for my concentrates. Since I've gotten this, I have not gone to the dispensary once and I do not plan on ever going back. So it's just that one extra thing to get to that dream of being self-sufficient and being able to have those things that you want. And plus, you're able to do a lot more, right? I think come winter, we will do another video on how to press hash into hash rosin and all that. I've only done it a few times. I definitely have more flower rosin under my belt. I do like me some hash rosin for sure. I do notice that it is a little bit cleaner. It seems to be a little easier on my equipment that I'm smoking with. You don't get quite as much of that material, that little bit of stuff left behind. And I do also find that you do get a little bit better of a flavor. While flower rosin is wonderful and I do enjoy it, and that is what I smoke the most of, I always like when I'm able to have a little bit of my hash rosin. I think that's it, guys. Peace. All right, y'all. We're here at the workstation today. We're going to be pressing some heads, make some hash rosin. So last weekend, I processed some material. My chosen method was ice water extraction. The material we're going to be working with today was collected from the 73 bag. Let's check out some of the pieces of equipment, some of the tools that I think are needed when we're doing this. All right, so a few things that we have going on in here. I've got my gloves. I've got a piece of printer paper. I like to have that handy. That'll make it a little bit easier for us to load these bags up once we get to that step. Little tray that we will do our work over so we're not getting everything messy. Of course, our scale. We've got our scissors. I always like to have ISO whenever I'm doing any work with any type of rosin. The higher, the better. This one happens to be 91%. Parchment paper. We've got our bags. In this case, we'll be using the 160, also using the 37. We'll also be using this parchment paper. This is specifically meant for pressing. I'll show you what we're gonna do and why we've got both of them out for this occasion. Of course, our tools, I like a couple different kinds to have handy just in case. This tends to be my favorite. The collection seems to be a little bit easier with these curved ones. I do also like these larger spoon ones, and some of the pointy ones, a little bit skinnier, are also great. Of course, we are going to need our material, our hash that we're going to be working with, and then some kind of container to put our hard work in once we're all done. And of course, with all that, we need our press. Today, we're going to be using the dab press. This one is the 10-ton, and I've got the external 12-ton pump with it. That is the equipment we'll be using today. Let's get in there and get to work. We're going to fire this up. We're going to be dropping this down to 165. Probably could go down a little bit further, but 165 is what I was taught how to do it, and what seems to work best for me. I would definitely suggest, if you guys are messing around and you have the material to work with, try some different heat levels, see what works best. This material that we're particularly working with is a mix of like 5 different cultivars, 5 or 6 different plants. We're just gonna press it, enjoy it, but 165 is what we're doing today. First thing we're gonna start off with, we are gonna turn our scale on, zero it out. Let's figure out what we're working with today. So we got 14 grams there. Now, the reason why I put it on this paper is it's going to make it a little easier to funnel inside of our bag. We've got our 37U bag. This is the one that's going to be doing the filtration. So this is the one all the material is going to be going in. Folding this up like a taco, and then we're going to load it just like that. Boom. Now we got a bag about that full. Kind of like a pillow shape. Not too thick. Now, instead of just folding that over like that, we're gonna cut this so we don't have too much excess material. Now we're also remembering where we have our seams, because that will come in play once the other bag gets involved. So with this, we want as little material as possible left behind. And what I mean by that is we don't want all this excess bag for us to have issues with it getting clogged up. If we were to leave that there, that just leaves more material for our rosin to get stuck in, stay behind, and we don't want to let the bag have it. We want it. So we just cut a little bit of excess off of there. We are pulling out our 160. This 160 is just going to be our bag that's going to hold everything together. This will help prevent any blowouts just in case we're a little too rough or anything like that. Remember, we're keeping an eye on where our seams are on the bag. Again, seam is right there and right there. I want to keep them going in the same direction. We want as ease of flow of this rosin coming out and not getting caught up. So again, our bag has no seam there, seam there. We're gonna keep those seams married up. What we'll do is we'll fold this side over, and then that's going to go in that way. Because now we've created a little bit of extra barriers because of those seams. We've got the barriers of the seams back there. And then we're gonna have from where we fold over here and this seam here, but we're gonna have nice open flow, nothing stopping it other than what should be the filtration side. So let's take this, get it into the 160. Again, making sure those seams are on that side. And then again, too, just trying to keep everything matchy-matchy. The folded side right here, we're gonna make the folded side on that side as well. Making sure that we're packed all the way down. Everything's nice and filling in those corners. And then again, cutting off the excess. Now we're left with a nice little pillow, nice little puck. And again, those seams are gonna come into play again once we get this loaded up, but we're on to the next step. So now we're back. We've got our 2 different pieces of parchment. And again, this is something that I like to do. You don't have to. So one of the goals with pressing the heads is we want to get everything off the plates as quick as possible. The only thing it's going to do is continue to cook on the plate. So the idea is to get that material wanting to come out the front and off of the plates starting to cool down. We're going to basically create a little funnel. And what I mean by that is this is going to be what is closest to the material. So we're going to fold this over. We know it's about that wide. Let's fold that over right there. So now we've done one fold, one goes over. Again, we're just wanting this about the size of our puck. And now we've got something kind of like that. Doesn't look like much, but it will in a second. So again, just kind of judging off of what we have. Let's cut this just a little bit longer for right now. Okay. We're actually not going to be using any of that down there. Let's cut that down just a little bit. Cut that down just a little bit. Now we have just a little piece. We're gonna fold that little leg over there, and then we're gonna fold that over there. And what we've just now created is a little pocket to put this in. You don't have to do this, is what I'm trying to say, but this will help if you're pressing a lot over and over again. You're able to just take this piece out and leave all of the rosin that is coming down and not have to worry about any of that rosin on the plates getting heated up over and over again. Since we're only doing one press, we probably didn't have to do this, but why not? So now we've created this little pita pocket, this little taco, and we're gonna take that and put that in there. But again, we are looking where our seams are. We don't want these seams to slow down our rosin coming out on either side. We want that nice open part of our bag. So when we put that in there, that's gonna go facing out. Boom, just like that. Now we've created those barriers where this is not going to allow that rosin to seep out either way, but kind of funnel it through the front. Let's check out how we're going to fold our catch paper. This is what's going to be, hopefully our rosin is going to come flowing out and down the piece of paper, and it's going to catch right there. That's what our goal is with this. I will make this just a little bit bigger than I need, and with the goal that the piece that is hanging down on the bottom side will be a little bit longer than the top. So here we go, doing the first fold. The top side is going to be shorter than the bottom. And again, we're folding that over. Let's double check our plates. We're going to fold this over one more time. And that looks a whole lot like what we just had before, just a bigger version. Taking this and putting it on our plate, figure out what the depth is, marking it with our finger, and then coming back and cutting just those sides that we folded over. Now we have something that looks kind of like that. We are going to fold the upper side over. And then we'll fold the bottom side. Just like that. Now we need to clean a little bit of this up, make it look a little bit nicer. These side pieces aren't doing anything. They won't be doing anything, but getting in the way. So we're gonna clip those off as well. And now we've got our clean upside piece of the paper that will be held with a magnet. We've got our pocket right in there, and then the bottom side. We also don't need these sides here either, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cut it in a little bit of a tapered manner, just like that. Do I think that we're gonna need this much paper on there? No, but I'd rather have it just in case. And we'll cut this one down just a wee bit too, actually. Boom. And then what we'll do here is, just in case it runs all the way down, we're gonna fold that over so that we have a nice spot to catch our rosin on there. And there we go. This is the actual piece that will be on our plates, the upper half and the bottom half. Time to get our paper loaded up. We're gonna take this, put it on there, put that magnet in place. Now we've got our spot to load up our pillow of rosin heads. But before we do that, we've got a large gap in between our plates. Our pillow of heads is a lot thinner, so I'm gonna save myself a little bit of work. And what we'll do is we'll close those up just a little bit so I don't struggle too much. And I think that should be good enough. I should be able to sneak it in just enough there. We now have our paper loaded up in there. We've got our heads. We are going to gently get her in there, and I am putting it back a little bit less than half of my finger back. Again, we're at 165. I am going to bring the plates as close as possible and allow that to start heating up till I just barely see my gauge register that it's seeing something, stopping. And we're gonna start a 30-second timer to warm that up. And you can already see that is starting to oil up and wanting to come out. We haven't even actually put pressure on it yet. 30 seconds is up. Let's start a timer for 3 minutes. And I am going to slowly bring the pressure up to around 500, maybe 1,000. Again, doing it slow to not worry about blowouts or doing anything crazy, but just slowly bringing it up. And we're gonna keep an eye on that rosin as it's coming out. If it seems it slows down, we will pull it before that 3 minutes. It is definitely some darker rosin. Like I said, this is material that's been sitting around for probably over a year.
Hey.
It is what it is.
I got a tube of Keith up here. I'm gonna press that shit tomorrow. It's probably gonna be the same. Not this one. Not this one. I got a tube like that full of fucking Keith. I'm gonna press that shit tomorrow. That shit probably gonna put me straight to sleep.
It also came from the 73 bag, so that may be some of the reason. But I don't know. Getting some very nice rosin out of it. Looking absolutely beautiful. We're coming up to being just about done. And it looks like it's starting to slow down. So we're gonna cut it short of that 3 minutes. Ended up being about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, if I had more to press, what I would be able to do is pull this bad boy out and be able to put another one in there and keep collecting. But let's get all this off of the hot press. So now we've pulled it off the press. Time to collect. We're gonna open this up. Woo! Yeah, we definitely had a bunch that ended up coming out that back. It did not work as well as I had anticipated. Definitely leaked out some of those sides, but I think we got a majority of it coming out the front. Again, this is one of those tasks where you're only gonna get better at it the more you do it. We've got it on top of our cold plate here. Gonna make things a whole lot easier to collect. And that is just coming right up. Ooh-wee. All kinds of smells. Well, still got some more to collect, but that's a good amount.
Yeah.
One thing I do find with these cold plates, it seems like it definitely does get it super cold to the point where everything starts kind of flaking. You'll see some of those little flakes kind of coming out. Instead of they're just pulling straight off, it'll want to kind of flake because it's so cold. Let's get it into the jar here. Phew, that's sticky. Definitely not some super blonde stuff, but again, this was stuff that was old material. Not half bad. Let's take a look at the bag here.
I want to have a night.
Got just a little bit more to collect. Not too bad. All right, I think that's enough. All right, guys. Well, we have pressed some hash rosin today. Like I said, this wasn't some of the best material. It's not fresh frozen. It wasn't, this was stuff that was sitting around for a little bit, so didn't have quite as much bag appeal, if you will, but it will definitely make some great medicine. It smells great. I'm excited to give it a try. And I definitely encourage you guys, even if you don't have a setup like this, you could definitely easily do it with different types of equipment and still get great results. Give it a try, guys. See what you think. I hope you enjoyed this. If you ever have any questions, let us know. I can always do my best. Again, I am someone that is always learning, but if I can share how I do it, maybe this will get somebody else going. Let's all learn together. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.
Roll me a joint, man.
I'm done. Trevor.
I know we said this before, but this is seriously the craziest update we've ever done. 500 plants, 26 different strains, and tons of phenos to hunt through.
And in the evening when I close my eyes, all I see is you again. All I see is pain. All I see is pain.
Believe it or not, we go all in on solventless. All this gets pressed into the most insane gold I've ever seen in my life. Months of work, all leading up to this moment. We kick it off with the indoor tent harvest from the 4x8 swale hunt. And the 2x4 tent with Super Lemon Haze and RS11 Cross. Then into the greenhouse for late flower inspection. This episode is going deeper than any other into an array of frost-dripping terp-licking flowers.
I guess I'm too busy to give a shit. Give it a year, your girl will be on my dick.
If you're new to the channel, welcome to Homegrow TV, the internet's highest quality grow show. If you don't subscribe yet, make sure and do that now, because there's a lot more where this came from. Now sit back, strap in, and get ready for the wildest harvest story we've ever told.
Look at this right here, number 11.
Oh, and before we get started, here's our winner from the comment section in the last vlog.
Alrighty, well let's pick our winner. Grab our link from last month's vlog episode. Remember guys, just by commenting on these videos, you got a chance to win. On every month's vlog, we're gonna be pulling a winner for a $100 AC Infinity gift card. So let's go ahead, plug that link in. Alright, here we go. Boom, congrats. Cliff P, 73. It'd be nice if you could put the age of each area when you're able to. Right on, brother. Thanks for the feedback and congratulations. You just won yourself a $100 gift card to AC Infinity. So you can use it for some cool stuff like the brand new little receivers that came out and go wireless. You could use it for something like one of the humidifiers, or even got enough to use it towards one of the brand new dehumidifiers on the website, AC Infinity. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring and helping out the community. Make sure you guys check out acinfinity.com for any grow gear needs and use code HomegrowTV because, you know, it helps support the channel. Let's get back to the episode.
Let's start this episode by going into the 2x4 and 4x8 tents from AC Infinity. This is day 56 flower, end of week 8. The 2x4 with the Evo 3 had the Super Lemon Haze RS11 plants, flashing frost from out of this world. All 3 phenos of this greenhouse seeds creation are leaning on that RS11 parents and are terpy as fuck. Sherb on sherb, creamy gas bomb. We took them out to the studio to get a closer look. And wow. With frost coverage like this, fan leaves turn into sugar leaves, and sugars into part of the bud. What she lacks in size, she definitely carries on those terps and frost. Something I'd love to hunt again with a few more phenos to see if we can find that balanced mix of the RS11 and Super Lemon Haze. This is also one of the strains we got from and available on Seedsman. So if you decide to try and hunt this cross, use code HomeGrowTV for a discount and help support the channel. As far as the tent and setup, the 2x4 never lets down, and is definitely my favorite tent size to get a nice sample of fire buds in a small space. Paired with the Evo 3s, this setup crushes it. For this being our very first auto irrigation grow in the 2x4, I gotta say, I'm stoked. Our drippers and pump worked wonders, while the brains of the operation worked flawlessly. This was all hooked up and ran through the Pulse Hub and Open Sprinkler, allowing me to set parameters to make sure the plants got fed when they needed it. From veg through flower, there wasn't any failed irrigation events, so I'm definitely a fan of this setup for automating the home grow. If you guys want to see how this was all built, make sure and check out the entire vlog series and past episodes, as we show the entire build of the setup. The idea from here was to chop these ladies down, let them dry and cure, and take a look at the harvest weight.
RS11 Super Lemon Haze coming in the 2x4 at 224, plus add on another 10 Gobra Brian took on the vacation, plus another about 5 to 10 that we did on the smoke test. About 130, 140 grams from our 3 plants. Again, the smoke, it really is worth it. It's crazy, dude. But now we're gonna take it some doobies into the greenhouse and hook up the grow bros there. Thank Fixins, check out this bud, bro. What do you think of that cure, bro?
Que rico huele.
Take a whiff. What do you think, bro? How's the cure on that?
Whoa.
Hey, porrito. Santi, what do you think, bro? Take a whiff. This is Super Lemon Haze RS11.
Damn, it's delicious.
Good, huh?
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, here's a doobie to spark up with the boys after. Alejo, what do you think, bro?
It was time to dive into the swales.
Catch me chilling with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me.
Day 56 flower, week 8 in the swale tent.
Catch me chilling with the plug in Miami.
BOP and Guela Papaya. On the Guela Papaya side, we had several showing they were ready to come down. Some showing rich purple, others showing a clean fade. This side of the tent was packing weight and definitely holding it down with a strong structure. We took them into the studio for some pheno comparisons.
And it fill you with envy. Had the spotlight now, but dark times I had plenty. Fake friends was acting up, they deserve an Emmy. For the ones that stayed down, you deserve a kidney. Yeah. Catch me chilling with the plug in Miami.
Honestly, I'd love to deep dive on this strain and the seed to harvest. The breeder swale specifically breeds for trichome head size and hash output. With this Guela Papaya cross, Swale says that we should be getting tropical fruits to earthy chemical melon flavors. And this specific variety is expected to wash at a 4% range. Let's just say we'll put all that to the test, indoor and out. Fresh frozen, washed, pressed into live rosin. In just a bit, you'll see how much this cultivar really puts out. designed to talk BOP, banana, orange, and pineapple. This thing is supposed to be overloaded with tropical fruit esters. Others have earthy dirt funk from the diamond gland side of the family. Let's just say we got to see a nice array of phenos.
Yeah, only getting started when it's midnight, keeping it tight. If a nigga wanna go to war, it can get dark, but we stay bright. Coming like a night, it's on sight. If it touch my sleeve, niggas around there wanna disagree when it's clear that I'm speaking facts. Man like me, you know I'm proactive. Never gonna stop till I see the big man's on flats.
The breeder says we should be able to find a hash yield of about 118 grams per square meter. That's about 10 square feet total from the first 2 washers. These were the first 2 strains I was genuinely excited about cutting up and freezing for wash. To me, both look fire at first glance. They look like any other strains would. Soon, we'd come to find out you never judge a book by its cover and never judge a hash strain before it's washed. As far as the setup, this 4x8 tent paired with the Evo 10s worked wonders. Never got close to putting it to max power for the intensity I needed. I think we sat at about 70% for the most part. But power isn't why I like the Evo 10. It's the spread. With the 2 extra bars, you get that extra coverage for the side and the end canopy. Links to everything we used in the grow down in the description below. When it comes to home grow gear like LED, ventilation, tents, and much more, check.
Another harvest trimmed up, man. I get a break for at least about a month. I ain't got to trim again for about a month, so that's cool. Hell yeah. Break time, man. Gonna spark this one up. Oh, this shit looks sad. I've been pinching this. I don't know why I was gripping it so tight. But yeah, guys, the dude. Let's burn this shit, bro.
Check out ACinfinity.com and use code HomeGrowTV for a discount and help drive the channel. For grow monitors and irrigation automation, check out pulsegrow.com and use code HomeGrowTV. As far as these 2 strains from Schwale, let me know if you guys want to see a deep dive seed to harvest next month. Strain history, breeder info and interview, as well as a full number breakdown from harvest and wash. Which, talking about wash, it was time. I don't know if you've seen last month's vlog, but we harvested and froze the entire indoor CO2 room. And now we have the 4x8 Schwale tent harvested, so it was time to separate some trichomes in the purest way possible. After seeing how the Schwale strains turned out, frosted up, resin stacked, just straight up hash plants, we knew it was time to level up. This wasn't your average harvest, or at least it wasn't your average breeder.
Definitely check out Farmhouse.
These strains were supposedly built for the wash, bred for big trichome heads and crazy hash returns. So we figured if we're gonna go all in on solventless, we might as well have the best gear to do it right. I hit up our good buddy Grower Joe from the Basement Grow Show.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
He's deep in the fresh frozen game, and his content is fire. He told us straight up, if you're getting serious about hash, go with the Press Club.
Oh, dude, Press Club, man. Bags, vessels, parchment paper, tools, whipping tools. You got everything, bud.
So we checked it out. And yeah, he wasn't wrong.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell them I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do.
They got a 0 blowout guarantee in their press bags. Like literally, if a bag blows out, they replace it. No stress. The bubble bags are legit too. The whole lineup is built for pros. They've been around since 2016 and are trusted by some of the best hash makers in the world. And here's the kicker. They're the official bags recommended by the Frenchy Cannoli brand. Say less. From freeze to wash to press, the Press Club's got everything you need to go full solventless. Bags, presses, vessels, the whole shebang. All top tier. So yeah, we're stoked to welcome them on as an official sponsor of HomeGrow TV. And now it's time to put their gear to the test. with some of the loudest, frostiest flowers we've ever grown. Let's wash. First things first. Make sure everything's frozen solid for at least 24 hours. That's the move. Ice cold. Come wash night, we start with a 220 micron work bag. That's what we're tossing our flowers into. We went with a 32-gallon bubble wash bag setup. Fits right into any 32-gallon bucket. Easy. Frozen flower goes in first. Then it's time for that reverse osmosis ice water. We let it all chill for about 15 minutes before jumping in. Paddle sesh number 1. Just a few minutes, short and sweet. Then a quick second wash. Just a couple more minutes. That's it. Once the flowers are out of the work bag, it's time to pour all that water through our 5-gallon, 5-bag kit. 190, 160, 120, 73, and 25 microns. But the truth be told, we're really just here for that 73 and 25. The 73 is our grade A, straight to jars. The 25 is our B, perfect for carts or fat dab sessions. Everything from those bags hits the trays, heads back into the freezer, and spends a solid 24 hours in the freeze dryer. What comes out? White sand. God's gift to man. Straight trichomes. Santi from Rosa Bogota takes it from here, loading up the 25 micron, double bagged press club bags. Press on, paper cut, bags ready. We set the top plate temp to 176 Fahrenheit, with the bottom plate just a touch lower, like 1-2 degrees. Whole press time, just 3 minutes, including preheat. First up, BOP. So clear, so loud, you can smell it as soon as it comes out. Next, Guela Papaya. This is the first time I've seen quality like this in person. Oh my god. Rosin Bogota hit a clear tech trick before this run. Vac seal the bags on and off for a few minutes while they're still really cold. Might explain that crazy clean flow we saw. After whip, cure, and final weigh-in, 44 grams of BOP and 38 grams of Guela Papaya. That's 82 grams total, all 73 micron. Almost 3 ounces of top shelf live rosin. And that's not even counting the 30 gram plus of the 25 micron that we'll probably put into carts.
I'm making some high quality vape pens just for personal use. Wow.
And all the second presses, which we always keep separate. But even still, for a 4x8 indoor tent, that's a win. Some people say washing indoor is a waste, but I don't know. Compared to our past runs, this one blew everything away. Maybe breeding specifically for wash really is the future. Cause damn, these results don't lie. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is it worth washing your indoor flowers? Post-cure, these terps are just undeniable, loud, funky, one of one. And yeah, we ran the same clones in the greenhouse too. Later in this episode, we'll see how they stacked up. As for the gear, the Press Club crushed it. No blowouts, sturdy bubble bags, and the little things, like the whip tool, just made life easier. If you want to upgrade your setup, check out the pressclub.co. Bags, presses, screens, and all the extras. Use code PRESS10 to save. Links below. we pressed the 3-light CO2 harvest from earlier vlog episodes. And yeah, this sesh was wild. 906 dumped the hardest. The cold heat crossed to Lime Said. 910, 901, solid dumpers too. But flavor-wise, Pink Paloma and Watermelon Emoji took it. No contest. Total pull, over 200 grams from the CO2 room. Closer to 250. That's a half pound of live rosin. That's about 8 grams per plant. And compared to the 4x8 tent, that's 2 grams more per plant just from the CO2 alone. I don't know everything, but I do know one thing. The Grow Bros and I are going to be token proper for the next few months.
B.O.P. B.O.P. Look at that honey. Honey, 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 honey.
And here's the wild part. This isn't even half of what's coming. The entire greenhouse is in late flower, and it's just about harvest time. Let's head there next. Before we move on, I just want to take a second and shout out the crew behind the scenes, the real MVPs of this whole solventless journey. First up, huge love to Santi from Rosin Bogota.
Good, looks good, wash good.
He's been helping us level up the solventless world since 2021. Instagram keeps trying to shut him down, but he keeps showing up. Press after press, wash after wash, getting better every time. He's one of my biggest inspirations in the space. All passion, zero shortcuts. Go give his new account a follow. Support the real ones who are in this for the craft. And quick shout out to Dank Fixins too. All the way from the US, a real mentor to Santi. He was here every single wash on this run, sharing knowledge, keeping things dialed, and just being an absolute legend throughout the process. Couldn't have done this without him. Honestly, without this crew, this final step wouldn't have been possible. It's one thing to grow the flower, but turning it into true fire rosin, that takes the right people. Now that the indoor washes are out of the way, the real work is ahead. 8 outdoor beds, all headed into fresh frozen. Let's dive in.
Well, here we are, guys. Welcome back to the greenhouse for day 44 flower update and defoliation. Maybe the first few harvests, but it is quite early. Let's get in there. Look at all these different beds. It's gonna be a busy few next days. We got Q, the new Grow Bros, everyone from Alejo, Brian, everyone. We got a bunch of new Grow Bros, people coming over, because it is heading into harvest season. We got photos to do, videos to do, and then everything has got to get harvested and put in the freezers. So let's take a look at day 44 flower and how everything's doing in here. Oh my God, this is the very first bed, and already getting hit in the face with terps before you even walk down here. Frosty and the perfect structure for washing. Like, it couldn't be better. Just open, trichomes everywhere. Kind of got that airy feel to it. Let's do a little terp check on this. God, that is dank, bro. It just smells like high potency. God, the seedsman side is looking crazy. The height on them, dude. So official height size, a few in here that are a little bit taller than I am. But wow, dude. Look at some of these buds. Oh, I see purple over there. Let's go say what's up to the Grow Bros first. What's up, my brothers? Here's the man himself right here. They're working on the lance bed. What's up, Brian? How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Déjame ver tus ojos. ¿Estás trabado?
No.
You're not high yet? Let's change that. What do you think so far of all these lands, bro? ¿Cómo las ves?
Parce, no, súper bien. Vamos a tratar de explotarlas un poquito más para que tenga más maduración, pero míralas.
Great work, Brian. This looks fucking beautiful. Beautiful on here. So the boys are in here right now. We're taking off a bunch of the bottom leaves. We did have a little miscommunication yesterday, and we ended up harvesting a few plants. But this is the first bed to have a little bit of powdery mildew. The lance was definitely a little susceptible. Got some mildew up in here, but you can see other beds, like here's all the swale, right? We got our first little bits happening of powdery mildew in here. But God, I can't believe the pistils are still so pink and red on these Guela papayas, man. Like this thing is absolutely red. Really nice, pleasant to the eye. I've never seen something stay this red for so long into flower. That is gonna look crazy, dude. So yeah, it's definitely a race against the time right now as far as the powdery mildew. You know, again, it's not too bad right now. There is a little breakout here and there in some of the different beds, but you can already see which ones are more resistant and which ones aren't. We already knew the lance is a little bit more susceptible. It's just one of those ones that has such crazy terps, but it is a little bit susceptible to powdery mildew. That being said, anyone in the indoor doesn't really have to worry about that. We're going to take some of our favorite phenos, take them into the indoor. When you got everything dialed in, you shouldn't be having any issues with powdery mildew. Whereas the bed right next with the Ridge Lion, which is lance crossed with cheetah piss, is much more resistant already just looking at it. Being next to the lance and everything, you can just see already kind of exactly what Jason said too, which is pretty cool. And then come meet our new grow bro who's in the house right now. This is a fellow student with Q. David, what's up, brother?
What's up?
How you doing, bro? First day on the farm?
First day on the farm.
Heck yeah. What do you think about the plants so far, bro?
They look beautiful. They just need some touch.
Are you getting some good aromas too? You smelling some good stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, bro. This should be fire, man.
Well, sticky.
And then right next to us here, this is where we have the cheetah piss. So this is lance right here, and this is lance crossed to cheetah piss. So similar strains, but a little bit more resistant, huh, on this Ridge Lion. Oh, there's our first little piece up top. But being right next to here, so I mean it's only day 44 flower. I mean, ideally, we'd love to be able to push them as far as we can, even though everything's going into wash. Yeah, sure, we can harvest a little bit early. Oh my God. And then we get to the freaking watermelon emoji, bro. Holy. Caterpillar got it this one. The frost on here is crazy. The candy is so loud, bro. It smells fake. God, so quick first look at the watermelon emojis, dude. These are out of control. Frosty, a little bit faster than everything else in here. Got that beautiful purple, but the entire bed, wow, dude. Obviously popping seeds is fun. You get to do the pheno hunt, but once you find that winner and you plant the whole bed, it's really nice view to see. Look at this. All the emoji tops. Looking fire. Unreal, dude. Looking so good. Wow. Oh my emoji. Looking really good. And then as far as the mildew up in here, not much. Still feeling a little bit more resistant over here on the emoji. We've run her outside quite a bit as well, even in uncovered, and she's done good. But I can see a little spot here and there of mildew. So it's going to be really important to get all the mildew cut out before we freeze it. We don't want any of this going into the freezer. Even though it's all getting washed, you really just don't want that stuff in your water. So we do got to be very careful as we're harvesting this here over the next few days. But my God, this in like 3-5 more days is going to be out of control. We're going to get them into the studio. And I know what you guys are going to say. Like, it's way too early to harvest. We do got to take a look at the trichomes. But I think we're getting there. We're getting close. And with so many plants and so much to do on the video side, I think it's really important that we start the harvest process today. Day 44, again, just let's light defoliating and getting all this stuff prepped. Getting all the mildew out, taking the trichome check, getting things into the studio, maybe getting some final flower photos. But wow, these toronjas are looking fast. So wow, everything just going purple now in the toronjas bed. God, candy orange. Delicious, dude. It's a very exotic version of Tangy is what it is. It's Tangy with a little bit of gas, a little bit more candy in there than just an orange. It is really nice. But also everything in here is just built such a nice, good, frosty structure. That is going to wash splendidly, dude. That's going to be beautiful. As you can see behind me, guys, day 44 flower. The greenhouse is officially out of control. So here on this side, we got the Mojito. This right here was the winning pheno we found on during Lord of the Lemons. It was like that bonus strain we popped. Ridiculous flower. And just seeing this entire bed now, the tops are looking very frosty. This is that interesting strain that always has the purple stem, but funny enough, once it started to bud out, it kind of grew out of that purple stem and started to green. But God, the buds look great. Oh, the Hashmaster Santi said this was the stinkiest thing he's ever washed in his life. But it's funny because right now on the plant itself, oh yeah, never mind. I was going to say it doesn't smell that loud, but as soon as you touch one of them sugar leaves and get a whiff, that is so interesting. Mojito, dude.
I got that flow, I got that swag, I got that that your mama wish she had. I take it slow, but somehow you still last. So if you want that glow, better relax. Blow.
Not much lemon in there, although there's lemon tree in here. I think this is a dosey-dose leaning pheno that we ended up finding. Frosty, crazy dumper, really good hash producer, and flower's delicious, dude. Wow, this one's gonna be nice to get into the studio. Wow, so the toronjas looking really good. Also quite far along. Obviously, we still gotta take a look at the trichomes, but really impressed the way these are doing their work on the outdoors. Make some tasty extract. And then here's our Black Lebanon. Landrace Lebanon cross to Lebanon makes this, and funny enough, it's in the same terp world as everything toronjas. Much heavier stacker on here, but it's funny that we got one Black Lebanon in this whole bed of toronjas, man. Wow, 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 wow. God, dude. Well, I do gotta say, after just light walkthrough, we got a lot more plants and beds to look at, but overall, Kronk Pure Organics did the job. It looks so good. Things smell amazing in here. Plants are so healthy, and I think the soil is loving us for putting in organics. Thank you guys for making that recommendation, by the way. I can't tell you how much slack we got back when we had salts going in here. Let's just say the community wasn't very stoked. We did get some cool comments of people saying, hey, try synthganics, you know, a little bit of organics, some synthetic when you need it. But we decided to go full organics on this run. Couldn't be happier. I'm definitely going to be running Kronk in here for the foreseeable future. Honestly, I don't see any reason to change. Organics are great. Plants are loving it. Soil, it's only going to get better as we continue to amend it, continue to feed it. And it's been super easy because we only really have to feed the organics now once a week. At the beginning, we were feeding it a little bit more just to get things good and balanced and make sure the soil was going to be good. But honestly, once a week is more than enough, and the rest we can be doing water in. And that's what we'll be doing on the next few cycles. Hopefully, the soil is just getting better and better. Wow. So we're just at the bottom of the greenhouse. Decided to come up to the top now. And let's start at the back of the bed. Oh my God, dude. The mutant plant's looking crazy. Wow, and a really nice fruity whiff out of that. That is nice. That is nice. Oh, whoa, dude. The nug size on these Yoda proms. Holy cow, bro. Oh, wow, that is so piney. Oof, like a very sharp pine mint. Like, that is huge, bro. Is that the... Yeah, that's our Yoda prom right there. Look at this. So, Yoda prom from Wallapini, #1. Some of the biggest buds we got in the garden. Definitely some big ones. Oh, I see a dog escaped. I gotta get her back inside. All right, we're back. Wow, dude. So this is the Wallapini Yoda prom. I think it's gonna get the prize for the biggest producer stacker in the garden. Like, that's a fat nug right there. Beautiful. Gonna make for some nice pictures. And then I see the other phenos of the Wallapini Yoda prom are also looking very similar. So nice stable strain, like a lemony pine. Pine saw. Wow, that is solid, bro. Looking good. Let's get to the end of the bed. We're gonna come back here, look at some of the Shadowborn stuff. Okay, so here in this corner, we got everything Milky Dreams, which looks to be a strain that just stays green. We got no purple in there. And look, I got no complaints. I like green too. I just really like seeing purple in there, you know? But doesn't matter at all compared to the terps. Terps are what matters. I can't say I've ever smelled anything like that before. What the heck is that? Oh, wow. Oh, I can't really pinpoint it. a flavor on that. That's why it's nice to have more noses. I can't wait for the boys to get over here. Because once you get a few buddies around, throwing some flavors around, you're like, oh yeah, that is. Wow, very sticky. Milky Dream's looking good though, overall. Definitely looks like she needs some more time. But wow, one big tall one right there. Overall plant health looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We come inside in here a little bit more, then we got the King's Tart and the Pulp Friction, which are two strains I've never tried before, don't know much about, but I will say this. Where's the King's Tart? Here. Oh, look at this little purple beauty. Wow, very candy, delicious on the King's Tart. Almost similar to what we're gonna see here in the chicken and waffles bed. Guys, the chicken and waffles bed is out of control. It very well may be one of the tastier things in here. And what a bounce back, but we'll dive into this in a sec. Sticking with the greenhouse seed stuff, King's Tart, pleasantly surprised. Really nice, juicy pineapple candy type terps on the King's Tart, really nice. The Pulp Friction looks very fast. So here's the Pulp Friction. She looks ready to go. Like, this thing could be harvested today, bro. That is a very fast flower right there. Pulp Friction, really quick. Similar structure I can see on all three Pulp Frictions. Only one is purple though, and it's very purple. Look at this thing. Whoa, that is beautiful. How does she smell? But between King's Tart and this Pulp Friction, I definitely think I like the King's Tart more. It's very nice, candy, delicious. Milky Dreams I feel like would be a really tasty toke, but I still can't pinpoint what she smells like on the Milky Dreams. Greasy, that's for sure. But yeah, anyway, King's Tart, looking good. Pulp Friction, beautiful, but I still don't got much of an aroma yet on it. But then here, we get to our crazy Super Lemon Haze GMO crosses from Greenhouse Seeds. Definitely looks GMO leaning, for sure. Looking at these buds, GMO is definitely one of the longest flowering strains. Combine that with Super Lemon, like, I bet you this thing could flower out for another 3 weeks and still just keep getting bigger and bigger. It's looking good. Let's see if we get any of those Super Lemon Haze aromas. Yep, definitely. That is a nice mix. Wow. Terp style, sandy, huge heads. Wow. Doesn't look as dense with the amount of trichomes, but you can tell the size on them is definitely big. They were sandy, but now my fingers are stuck. Wow, Super Lemon Haze GMO, turning purple, looking good. Really nice. Then we come back over to the Wallapini. Wow, the Wallapini Pine Sol Yoda Prom, dude. Crazy producer. Really nice on the terps. Yeah, so we got a total of 5 plants of the Wallapini Yoda Prom. Big, big, big chunker, man. Wow. Then we get over to what I think is one of the frostiest, but like huge heads. You can see it with the naked eye. It just looks covered in like a thick trichome. So this is the Pungent Punch from Shadowborn Genetics. I do see 2 different style phenos. We only have 3 plants of the Pungent Punch. I see one we'll go over to the other side. She's very purple, looks like little diamonds of frost. Whereas this thing looks like someone covered it in snowflakes. It's crazy, bro. Let's get a whiff on this. The name is really well. It's like you hear punch, you hear pungent, you want something nice and fruity like a fruit juice. Very tropical. Oh man, mustache is gonna be wrecked by the end of the day. It's gonna get sticky in there. But Pungent Punch, really like it. And then from the same breeder, Shadowborn, I love it, dude. I think this would be nice to have all around the property. It's crazy to see the frost. Look at this. It's crazy to see the frost all the way out on these leaves like that. So she's a frosty freak, man. And again, this is not the freak show. This is a vintage blueberry cross to the banana something. I'll put it right here on the screen. I always forget. But yeah, it's not a freak show. This is, oof, there it is. There's our stacker right there, bro. Look at that thing. I think it's stacked up nice. And then there's that other Pungent Punch pheno I was telling you about. These little purple diamonds, dude. Small, but frosty as... Wow, so that's everything right there. Shadowborn, looking killer. Gonna be some fun in the studio with these ones for sure. But then we move over to the luscious, the biggest Seedsman. Everything is just stacked and produced. Like, you give these another 2 weeks, it would be out of control, bro. These are all huge. The frost on them is beautiful. That is a very nice bud right there. Beautiful. Wow, all of them, dude. Look at this. That is gorgeous. Oh, pungent, man. Ooh, that smells powerful. That smells like it would wreck your day, bro, in a good way. You know, it's a good wreck your day type bud right there. But I'm very surprised at how frosty and uniform everything looks. Like, there's something here in the middle, dude. This straight up looks like some of the crazy buds we've seen on our California pheno hunt, dude. This thing is crazy, bro. I'd be so stoked to have a full bed of that. Unreal. Big buds, too. Crazy looking. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow. And then we get over here to the so frosty that we're getting little terp tacos on the leaves there. That is crazy, bro. Look at this. Be nuts, dude. Let's get a whiff of this sucker. Ah, again, I like that. A nice little balance, a little bit of that sweet, but gassy as well. So yeah, no better time to let you guys know that literally out of everything in this greenhouse, one of the biggest, healthiest, again, looking really frosty, is the most cost-effective beans you'll ever find. We get a lot of our stuff from Seedsman. This is, oof, there it is. There's our stacker right there, bro. Look at the studio with these ones for sure. Bud right there. Another 2 weeks, it would be out of control, bro. These are all huge. The frost on them is beautiful. That is a very nice bud right there. Beautiful. Wow, all of them, dude. Look at this. That is gorgeous. Oh, pungent, man. Ooh, that smells powerful. That smells like it would wreck your day, bro, in a good way. You know, it's a good wreck your day type bud right there. But I'm very surprised at how frosty and uniform everything looks. Like, there's something here in the middle, dude. This straight up looks like some of the crazy buds we've seen on our California pheno hunt, dude. This thing is crazy, bro. I'd be so stoked to have a full bed of that. Unreal. Big buds, too. Crazy looking. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, wow. And then we get over here to the so frosty that we're getting little terp tacos on the leaves there. That is crazy, bro. Look at this. Be nuts, dude. Let's get a whiff of this sucker. Ah, again, I like that. A nice little balance, a little bit of that sweet, but gassy as well. So yeah, no better time to let you guys know that literally out of everything in this greenhouse, one of the biggest, healthiest, again, looking really frosty, is the most cost-effective beans you'll ever find. We get a lot of our stuff from Seedsman. Stuff like everything greenhouse seeds. You can even get Soulfire on Seedsman now. They are the biggest place to go as far as different breeders from around the world. Huge seed bank and available internationally, which is why we really like them. We got a lot of people tune in from around the world, Germany, all over Europe. We got our Canadian Grow Bros, and we're down in Latin America, and Seedsman is probably the only solution that we go to trust for getting beans around the world. Make sure you guys do check them out for their actual genetics. Again, some of the most cost-effective stuff you will get. The results are nuts, dude. This is looking really good. So for anyone looking for one single place where you can get a bunch of different breeders, make sure you guys do check out Seedsman and use code HomeGrowTV to help support the channel. It does help, guys. Thank you. And to get yourself a little discount. So it's a win-win. Check them out. And again, a lot of this stuff in this greenhouse, like these chicken and waffles, stuff from Soulfire, everything greenhouse seeds, it's all available on Seedsman. So they got a huge selection and worldwide shipping. Now let's go check out these pungent punches over here. These little purple diamonds. Bro, these are nuts. So this is the pungent punch. This is the other pheno from Shadowborn. Wow, dude. Everything trichome-wise, it does look bigger. And the buds are just so nice, dude. This looks like indoor bud almost. This type of strain right here, like this chicken and waffles from Humboldt, the terps and the uniqueness on something like this is the reason why I fell in love with Humboldt Seed Company in the beginning. This is crazy, dude. So, chicken and waffles, Humboldt.
Oh, man, that's dope. I am extremely high right now, bro. I usually smoke backwoods, as y'all see. But this is my first time rolling up my own strain, my Ooh La La strain. This is my first time smoking it out of a joint. And I am high. Boy, oh my God. I'm definitely going to bed now. Definitely about to go to bed. But yeah, man. Shit, OGs, youngins, day ones, no members. I have a amazing sleep. If you're working, get that paper. Hope today is a good one. We done got that work in. Back to 2K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I'm finna lay it down. I'm high as fuck, you guys. For real. Jesus. I didn't realize how high it was. Peace out.